Ashes.
Yeah, man.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Word of Mouth. You beautiful wombers, you.
Wombats.
Wombats, as William Harmon coined the other day. Guys, we're really excited to be back. Today we're here with the one and only Wil Drake of Hero Doughnuts.
Is it Will with two L's?
It's with one L, actually.
You're joking.
I'm
not super stickler. I'm not a stickler about it.
Kyle had your name as W-I-L, and I was like, surely that's just a typo. But then I would go to text you, and I wouldn't be able to find your name in my phone because I would be typing two L's.
Yeah.
Why one?
That is a great question. My mom came up with that idea. So when I was born, she wanted to be different, and she explained it to me this way. She was like, if you take William and split it in half, you have Will with one L, and then Liam. Which is, and I didn't even realize Liam came from William. I didn't know that.
Me either.
I didn't know that until now.
So, there you go.
How about that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's honestly grammatically correct.
Yeah.
Got to give it to your mom.
People always, when I tell them one L, they look at me like I'm crazy. Like, no, it's only two L's. I'm like, no, actually.
What's your mom's name?
Becky, short for Rebecca.
Wow.
Shout out to Becky.
Shout out
Rebecca.
Becky.
She's an amazing woman.
Shout out Becky. Becky, you're today's official episode sponsor.
She's not Hero. Not Hero Donuts.
It's kind of wild.
Becky Drake.
We had William Harmon on 2 weeks ago. Now we have Wil Drake. It's kind of a Will party on Word of Mouth.
Yep.
We've had Will Russell on before.
We should get Will Jones.
We should have Sir
him to talk about-
William Jones of the Third Coast.
Duthard.
This is our friend Will is a rapper, and that's his rapper name.
Are you serious?
I'm being serious.
Dude, I love that.
The Third Coast. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I didn't realize that there was a term for that. Like there was, there's West Coast, East Coast, and then Dirty South rappers came up with the Third Coast.
The Third Coast.
To describe, like,
Dude.
there's a different sound in the South than in the East or
new to me.
West.
I love that. I haven't heard that yet.
Hey, well, now you have. Forever in your life, you'll never
Love it.
be able to not have heard that.
You learned something today.
Well, we're super excited to have you on. We just kind of talked about this, but we love getting to celebrate the really cool works people have done in Birmingham. Especially Myers and I have a unique infatuation with the service industry here, and you've had a huge impact. And we were talking about a little bit your story, but I'm excited to unpack it a little bit more.
Yeah,
But
dude.
before we get into the Birmingham world, you're a man who's not originally from Birmingham. Where are you from originally?
Yeah. So originally from Georgia. I was born in Augusta.
Come on,
Go Masters.
Tiger Woods.
Go
There you go. Go Masters. Born in Augusta, moved to Albany, Georgia, for probably 3-4 years. My dad worked for Georgia Power. We kind of moved all over Georgia. So landed in Atlanta. Well, south of Atlanta. It's a little suburb called Peachtree City, Georgia. So I was in middle school and high school there. Loved it. It's the golf cart capital of the world.
Wow.
Peachtree City. We actually did not have a golf cart.
Man, you've been around golf a lot in your life. Augusta
I know.
and Peachtree.
Augusta, Peachtree City, and I suck at it.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of a sweet little story if that was part of it. But
Yeah,
Low-key,
I
just a
tried. I hung
baller.
out, but it just wasn't for me.
yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
So you landed in Peachtree Cities, and anything cool from childhood?
Peachtree City, I mean, dude, it was, so we had moved a lot before then, from Augusta to Waynesboro, Georgia. I forgot to mention that. Then to Albany, and then finally we ended up in Peachtree City. So we kind of stayed put there. I was there middle school and high school. It was a good little town, man. It was close enough to Atlanta to where you could go to the big city, but it was far enough away to
Is
where
it like
you
an
weren't like in
hour
the
away?
craziness of it. No, it's like, dude, you can get to Atlanta proper probably 20-25 minutes.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
I didn't realize
Yeah.
it was that. So this is
It's super accessible to the airport for whatever reason. I guess for that reason, because it's accessible to the airport. A lot of airport or pilots live in Peachtree City. So we had a lot of Delta employee friends, or my friends' parents were a lot of like either employees at the airport or work for Delta.
A lot of Peachtree pilots.
A lot of Peachtree pilots.
A lot of alliteration going down there in that town.
PTPs, we like to call
Is
them.
there a pretty cool Chick-fil-A there?
Dude, there is, yeah. So
The
because
Hawaiian one, or
Chick-fil-A being based in the Atlanta area, we had the Dwarf House.
Oh, that's
But there is a new Hawaiian one now
Oh, let's
that
go.
I haven't been, which is insane. I want to go, but we have the normal Chick-fil-A's, and then there's one in Fayetteville, which is right next door to Peachtree City. The Dwarf House. Have y'all been to a Dwarf House?
I have.
I have not. I've been to the HQ, but I've never been to Dwarf House.
Okay, little name dropper over
I
there.
know. My friend's dad was like the director of
Windshape.
Windshape. So I actually got to go. Some people, whenever they get to go on the HQ tours, like they give you a free meal, but you get to see it, but you don't get to see the cafeteria downstairs. I got to see the cafeteria downstairs.
Whoa.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Honestly, the only thing comparable to the HQ is like a college library. Because no one has an assigned desk except for like the high ups. They have like administrative desks like up in, like it's almost in like a different part of the building. But the majority of the building is just like a bunch of, like you would see on a college campus, just a bunch of like set up like kind of tables and desks with like sort of cubicles. It was like, I went in like 2018 and it was like a modern office. Like it kind of looked like how offices look nowadays, which kind of makes sense because, you know, Atlanta's like so like cutting edge. But anyways, downstairs, like in the place, you know, True Kathy's whole thing was like, if you work for me, I'm going to feed you food. Like that was like everyone who worked always got a free chicken sandwich. And that was like a big deal way back in the day when he started. Now that's like super normal and normal practice, but they talk about how they want that to be true for like every single position in the whole place. So when you go downstairs, the cafeteria, it is like all you can eat buffet style Chick-fil-A. So
Like everything's
so
on the
cool.
menu. Like
everything
on the
that's
menu
on the menu
really?
is on the left side, and on the right side they have like just normal like Southern like, you know, comfort food type stuff. So it is funny, they do serve hamburgers. Like they serve cow at the headquarters, which is
No way. Are you
which is
serious?
the biggest irony.
That's hilarious.
But it was nuts, like getting to go, and they had like, they don't have like sauce packets. They like have sauces in these like huge things, and they have like, just chicken tenders out, and you have like tongs.
Little squirt things?
Yeah, the little big like cafeteria squirt things. But yeah, you could literally go and get like a chicken sandwich, 50 chicken tenders, and just douse them in as much sauce. And the waffle fries are just in a big, like you take tongs and just like get as much of them. And I was like, I would be obese. I would literally be
Genuinely.
obese if I lived here. It was crazy, dude. There was people there that brought their own lunch. That was like working there that because we went
So
during
just get
lunch
sick
hour.
of it.
I was gonna say you'd get tired of it. I got tired of it working at Chick-fil-A for like 9 months in high school.
Yeah.
I thought I'd never eat French fries again.
Yeah, that's honestly fair.
I love Chick-fil-A. It came back.
Yeah, I had Chick-fil-A yesterday, and I had a pretty gnarly experience. I was with Shane, my dad. He was in a rush,
Uh-oh.
and he got what he coined the circle of death, like the buffer circle. And yeah, he was super upset. We pulled into the drive-through, and it was still like circling.
Wait, what is it? What's the
Like
circle?
the like he clicked the order, and then it was like a
on the
buffer
app.
circle on the app.
Oh yeah.
And he was so flustered. Poor girl at the drive-through.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
But anyways, I got some Chick-fil-A yesterday. It's good. But anyway, so you're from, you know, Peachtree City, full of pilots, full of the Dwarf House.
Yeah,
What is
dude.
the Dwarf House for those who don't know what it is?
It's like Chick-fil-A's full service restaurant. So, well, it's split. So one side you have like the Chick-fil-A as we know it, fast food drive-through, and then literally it's split down the middle. The right side it's like a restaurant, and they have stuff on the menu that is not on the fast food side. So
Oh, wait,
so
like what?
sick.
it's it's great.
Green beans.
Yeah, they had this
They
thing
had,
called
like-
a hot brown.
Wait, they like sit you and
Yeah.
they like
It's
come.
like a
there's a
diner.
waiter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like if you go to like IHOP or
Yeah.
Oh, no
whatever
way.
you have like a
Claire and I
full-on wait
sat.
staff.
Yeah, Claire and I sit at the bar, and then they just come up and like take your order, and you have like menus in front of you and stuff.
There's a bar.
It's like a diner.
Do they
like
serve
vibe.
alcohol?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
so
don't
it's
think
just
so.
like
It's like Waffle House, but nicer. It's like IHOP.
Yeah.
it's like my brilliant idea. Oh, well, we need to talk about this.
We should.
What?
We're going to take a brief. Sorry for those who like continuity in podcasts. We're going to take a brief aside. So I have like kind of a pipe dream. This started because, you know, I want to open up a coffee shop, but I feel like throughout the years that's that hasn't really, sufficed what I really want to do. And I think what I really want to do is I want to franchise a Waffle House and make it like the best Waffle House experience ever. Like, essentially, whatever I need to do, make the food more expensive so I can pay the right staff. But I think that when you go to Waffle House and it is a good experience, it is the most elite dining experience in the entire world.
Dude, I fully agree with that.
His idea would be like if Waffle House had their version of the Dwarf House. It would be it would be like the highest.
I think it would be so cool to make Waffle House and then just make everything brown leather and like a dark green instead of yellow and black.
Maybe a little upscale version, I guess.
Like literally like wood panel walls.
But it can't be too upscale.
No,
because then it wouldn't be.
It would need to be like it would either be you do it at dinner, and it would be like so bougie, or it's open all day long, and there's just like I don't know, like there's just like something that makes maybe there's like leather cushions. I don't know what it would be.
So we would still have the Waffle Houses as they exist right now, but then you would have the little one-offs, kind of like the Dwarf House.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
dude, I
Waffle
like
House.
that.
If you're listening,
It's one of the
call me.
greatest restaurants in the world.
It is just the American experience. What it's like to be an American if it was in a restaurant experience. It is that.
Yeah.
Which is just, I love, I feel bad for people in the parts of the country that don't have Waffle Houses.
Are they only in the Southeast?
I know they're in the Midwest.
Okay.
But I don't know if they're in the Northeast. I know they're in Texas and like Colorado and stuff. I don't know if there's Waffle Houses in California. I'm gonna look it up.
I don't know either.
But anyways,
They also they got started in Atlanta, like Chick-fil-A.
really,
I don't know
Waffle
if I
House
knew
did?
that.
I think the original Waffle House is in
How
Atlanta.
about that? I'm
Yeah.
gonna look at Waffle House.
I think they have like 900 locations now or something.
That's absurd.
I was looking at that the other day for some reason.
It's crazy. Yeah. I know they're big. I didn't know they were that big.
Waffle House is just their branding's elite. It's just
And they hadn't touched it.
Yeah, genuinely.
Unlike Cracker Barrel.
Wow, wow.
yeah.
Yeah, Cracker
Yeah,
Barrel is
none
sad.
in
now.
like Minnesota, Wisconsin, Montana, Idaho, Oregon, Washington, California. It's kind of crazy. None in New York. There's 112 around North Carolina.
Dang.
There's 16 around St. Louis, 11 in Denver, 15 in Phoenix, 137 in Texas. And if you had to give a guess on how many there were in South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Florida, and Tennessee, and Kentucky, what would be your guess? Like pretty much the entire Southeast minus North Carolina.
How
and
many-
Texas.
Restaurants?
How many Waffle Houses?
Ugh. You said there's 900 total?
I thought that, but he's looking at it now.
All
You
right.
should.
Let's say
I'm gonna
570.
I'm gonna tell you right now. There's more than 900.
Oh, God. Okay, so there's 800 in the area you just gave us.
There's 137 and 112 and 16 and 11 and 15. So let's go. There's 300 in everywhere else in the country.
Yeah,
That's wild.
So how many do you think is in the rest of in the Southeast?
900.
1,800.
Wow,
Dude,
1,800 Waffle Houses.
that's crazy.
That is insane.
that is crazy.
I was wrong.
If you were to literally get
Misspoke.
on this road and drive that way for 5 minutes, you would pass 2.
Yeah,
It's like
I
they're
knew it was
everywhere.
a lot. Yeah, I guess I didn't think
I
about.
wonder how many Waffle Houses there are in Birmingham. There's
Dude,
probably 20.
there were more, I know.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
closed
two
a
that
couple of
closed.
them.
Could you imagine in West Homewood, that one that's like right by
Dude,
Seeds?
I know.
Man.
I know.
Dude.
I wish.
It was
Hey,
awesome.
hey, speaking of, there's
I've been to that one.
I mean,
Really?
West Homewood, everything's open up. There's got to be a Hero opening up over there soon, right?
Maybe one day. We'll see.
We're already getting to spoilers.
Did your parents work in restaurant world? How did you get exposed
Yeah.
to?
No, dude, I'm
hospitality?
like actually the first one in our family to like do it like professionally, I guess. We've always been centered around food. I mean, my whole family, every one of them, from my dad to my mom to my grandma, and dude, they all are just the most amazing cooks. So I've always been inspired by that. And then when we traveled, that was like the main topic of discussion was like, all right, where are we going to eat? We're going to plan it all out. Waffle House when we were home, and Chick-fil-A and Huddle House. Like those were like our staples growing up, like in Albany, Georgia, and Augusta. So no cooks in the family, but yes, a ton of influence from just food being the center of
Right.
What were
bringing people to the table, man. You know, it's always that's how you get people to the table.
Yeah.
Good food,
Good food.
and then good conversation, and yeah, dude.
what kind of food is your mom making when you were growing up?
So she, we got
Or dad?
the I would say a little bit healthier version of the foods for my parents, because when we went to the farm for my grandparents, that's when we got loaded with the pot roast and the fried chicken, which is so amazing. But yeah, my parents, my mom cooked throughout the week, so every night we'd had a hot meal from my mom, Becky
That's
Drake.
awesome.
Love you, Becky. Love you, Mom.
Today's sponsor.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, it was like, I'm trying to think. She did this like ramen salad thing all the time.
Oh,
like,
man.
So you take the ramen packets and toast them, but you don't make them into noodles. They're like croutons.
No way.
And it's like
Wow.
Napa cabbage and like, I mean, it's something
Whoa.
she found like off of like Cooking Light magazine. So
Yeah.
she did that a lot. She did Coca-Cola chicken,
Whoa.
which I
Wow.
really don't even know.
Where you put the Coke inside the chicken?
Well, it's
Or-
like baked chicken,
Yeah, yeah. You bake it
breasts.
in like a
and it's-
pot.
Yeah, it's like braised and like, I guess, yeah, there's Coca-Cola in it.
Yeah, my mom did
Actually,
that with
never
Dr.
made it.
Pepper growing up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Dr.
that's
Pepper
actually
chicken?
wild. Yeah,
Dude, let's go.
that's kind of wild.
I'm here for it. I would love to try it. But yeah, and then Dad would take Fridays. He would do steaks usually, or beer. He's like the best at the beer can chicken.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Like-
nice.
Got it dialed in. And the weekends, dude, we would maybe go out to eat on Saturdays. Sunday was always breakfast for dinner. So that was 90% of the time. That was literally cereal night.
Oh,
No
let's
way.
go.
Sunday night cereal night. So
At the cereal donut.
that was one of the cereals right there, dude.
That's so
Yeah.
sick.
Wow.
That's so much fun.
The elite cereal.
Dude, Fruity Pebble. I had this conversation with my wife the other day. We were like going through all the sugary, like kid cereals. Like what was our favorite? And I don't actually know what my favorite was, because I would literally get a new box every week, I feel like, and just
Yeah.
I would start with Fruity Pebbles, and then I'm like, all right, this week we're doing Apple Jacks. Next week, Cookie Crisp. But like
Yeah.
they're all amazing. I don't
Yeah.
even really
They're all
know.
so good.
I mean,
They're
I
all
think
tied for
I
first.
probably would gravitate towards the Fruity Pebbles probably
Is there any
The most.
obvious last places for you?
last. That's the thing, dude. Even the like
Like honeycombs.
cereals on
like
the
you
lower on the
don't
totem
like-
pole, Honeycomb is still good, dude.
Dude, I don't
Raisin
know.
Bran?
Man.
So my daughter's obsessed with honeycomb right
That's
now. She just
crazy.
found out about it. And it's so funny because she it's like she just discovered some new viral thing. And I'm like, dude, this is honeycomb. This is
I've never met anyone who knew what this was.
She's like, Dad,
Did-
I
did
saw
you
this
guys-
on TikTok. This new cereal called honeycomb.
Yeah, new cereal. Did you guys ever go to Post's website when they had
Oh,
computer
yes, to play the games.
No.
Yes.
What?
So Post, the cereal
Yeah, yeah,
company,
yeah.
when
Yeah.
I was a kid, had a whole part of their website
Yeah.
that was just computer games.
Are you serious?
And so there'd be a game for honeycombs, and there'd be a game for
Oh,
I don't
buddy.
know Fruit Loops. There'd be a game for like all these different foods. These
I wonder
mostly
if
cereals.
online game websites still. I wonder if like Mini Clip still exists.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's just like an online gaming website.
But I don't
or if
know.
It's only
That's
apps.
that's such a strange thing too. Like,
Yeah.
you have all these foods for kids, I guess. So you make games for them. I
well,
guess.
it's probably tying into the the back of the cereal box. Like,
Yeah.
it's like a digital version of that, which that was the other super fun part about getting those cereals, just
Yeah.
staring at the back of the box and while you're eating your cereal and going
Totally.
through the maze or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely.
Yeah, I was reflecting on. There was like this place in Gardendale growing up. I was like making coffee 2 days ago. I was thinking about this. I was completely alone. I have no idea why. But there's this place called In Full Bloom in Gardendale, Alabama, where my home is. And it was like a girl store. It was like a flower store that my mom would go to. But that and Cracker Barrel were the only two places in Gardendale that carried Webkins. And I genuinely would go. I would like the social experiment of going into a women's store with your mom and trying to play it cool that you desperately wanted a teddy bear, like to go back and play with like on an online game. So, because the object of it was like,
I was gonna say I know what they are, but I didn't. I may have missed it. I don't know.
It's like, I mean, it's exactly what it sounds like. You go and get a teddy bear. There's a code on the in the pack that you can't open until you like buy it, and then that code you just type it into webkins.com, and then that version of that gets in, like goes on the website, and you get a new house. And you're trying to get you get a new room in your house, and you're trying to get the biggest room you can. And then if you got the fish one, then the room was like underwater. So it's like you wanted to get the fish one. If you got the deer one, it was like outdoor. You got new wallpapers and new pieces of furniture, and you could put the pieces of furniture anywhere. It was like the silliest thing. But even like the two things I was after was like a teddy bear, and then also playing with the digital version of a teddy bear, which are both like pretty humiliating as a young man.
Well,
but it was just like what I was after. It was similar to the Post thing. It was like as soon as I saw the commercial on Nickelodeon that you could get a Cookie Crisp, and then if you got the Cookie Crisp, you got access to this game online. I was like, we have to go get Cookie Crisp right now. There's like a weird. That was that version of TikTok. That's that age or that era of life. It's fascinating.
I don't remember the game on the Post game.
Yeah, I mean, you not to dox your age, but earlier I mean, you said you're 43.
Appreciate that. Wow, tell the whole world.
I said not to dox your age. But I feel like that might have been a little bit after you.
Yeah, I missed that.
What was what was like for you? What was the equivalent of that Post game website?
Oh, dude.
Like literally, toys came in cereal boxes, right?
They did, yeah. You would get prizes, which they don't do that anymore, do they?
Mm-mm. They didn't do it for.
Do they even do stuff in Happy Meals anymore?
I think they do.
They do. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, because the Travis Scott Happy Meal, everybody tried to go collect it.
Oh, yeah. I don't know, dude. I mean, as far like we didn't have anything like that. I mean, we barely even had internet when I was obsessed with cereal.
So for you, it's just the cereal, then?
Just a cereal, yeah.
You're
but
a simple man.
Your little Webkin thing made me think of just the whole Beanie Baby craze. I don't know if y'all remember Beanie Babies.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody, like dudes,
Even
girls, just dude.
That's
And
awesome.
I had to have these Beanie Babies. So yeah, it was not a very dude thing to do, but I was.
It's kind of wild. Like I thought that after the Barbie movie came out, there'd be like a big resurgence in the whole thing, and maybe there has been amongst like little girls, but I really feel like the biggest resurgence is such like a adult way to do it. But people sell vintage Barbies that are still in the pack for like a ton of money now.
Yeah.
They're like
just like-
unopened.
Yeah, it just got adults back into it. Like it didn't get like
Dude,
kids
it's
into
crazy.
it at all.
There's like a whole name for that, but that's like Lego creating these things that are targeted at adults.
Yeah.
Like the Nintendo 64, but it's a Lego that you build.
Yeah.
Like it's a whole category of toys for adults.
Oh dang.
It's really odd.
Yeah, they're gonna
But
get me with that.
also, I was gonna say I've bought a lot of those Legos.
I feel like-
Legos are fun.
Like toys are in general are really fascinating because I mean I was like when I was doing that Webkins thing I was probably like 10 or like 12. I was pretty old. I wasn't like 3 years old.
Yeah.
And my cousins now that are like 10 to 14 years old, or I guess like 6 to 14, their games are so centered around technology that it's just like a completely different landscape, I guess. Of the whole thing. How old are your kids? Well,
12.
oh wow,
Yeah.
both of them.
I have
Or you
one.
have one?
So I have one daughter that's 12 and stepson that's 19.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 19. Jesus, that's
Let's
crazy.
freaking go.
Yeah.
Is he in school?
He's graduated from high school and is taking a break. So
Let's
he's
go.
working. He's working in the service industry.
Oh, no way.
Crushing. He works over at the new Paramount over in Homewood.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, he worked at the one downtown and then he wanted to try working on at these ski slopes in Wyoming and did that for a little bit and then came back.
I was totally expecting you to either say he was at Auburn or like in Tokyo.
No,
like
he would be going to Tokyo. He is like, he's not gonna do what everyone else is doing, which is totally cool. I love it. I respect the heck out of it.
I was gonna say, what did you do when you were his age?
When I was his age.
Yeah, so you graduate high school.
So yeah, I graduated high school, and at that point, dude, it's funny how I ended up in Birmingham because I'm a bit of a procrastinator. I've gotten better. I like to think, but back then, dude, I didn't apply. I didn't even have a plan for where I was going to go to college until the summer before classes started at Sanford.
Wow.
So everyone's like going to Georgia, Auburn, and I didn't want to go. I love Athens, and I didn't really love Auburn. No offense to anybody. But like for whatever reason, like my high school was like split into between Auburn and UGA, and I just didn't want to go to a massive school. And my buddy, my best friend at the time, was looking for schools, and he got a full ride to Stanford on a golf scholarship.
Wow.
And he's like, dude, you should come check it out.
Tiger Woods?
He wishes.
Oh, dang.
David Warner. He is in, man, we're going off on a tangent here. He's in London now. He works for Delta.
Wow.
That's sick.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Really
Shout
cool.
out David Warner.
Yeah, dude.
His last name's Warner. And
Warner.
He's from Peachtree Cities. Does that mean
Well, he's
that
originally from Ohio, but they moved there in like middle school.
I knew there was like movie stuff going on there, so I was like, "Is this like a Warner Brothers family?"
Different.
line?
So Werner, not Warner.
Oh,
Warner,
gotcha.
Yeah.
There, no.
So.
German bloke. I love that. Now he's in London though.
Now he's in London.
Now he's
loving
a
it.
geezer. Okay, that's awesome. So you ended up. Did you just follow him? I guess?
followed him. Yeah, he's like, dude, you should come check out Birmingham. You may like it. And I was like, all right, cool. So visited with him, and I was like, dude, this is awesome. Like, I love the city. Loved Sanford's campus. It was beautiful, and yeah. So my parents checked it out, and they loved it. And
I'm curious. I always love asking people that got to experience Birmingham at different like I don't know, just like stages and like eras than the one that we're currently in. So what year was that? Whenever you were going into college?
01.
Okay, so 2001.
Yeah.
You came to Birmingham from Atlanta. What was like your impression of the city? Or was it just Homewood, or did you go downtown? Or
No, we looked at all of it. I mean, it was like, so, you know, coming from Atlanta, like it's funny because Birmingham's so close to Atlanta.
Yeah.
And that, you know, the fact that I'd never been there, or like even with my family. So I was like, oh my God, this is like I loved the city. Like it was a small city that, you know, had the nuances of like a big city.
Yeah.
Kind of like what I was used to in Atlanta. So like, you know, that's kind of what hooked me. I was like, all right, I'm not going to some little small town like LaGrange or whatever. I was looking at
Like
some
where-
junior colleges, and
I feel like Sanford's unique in that way, where it's that type of college, but it's in a city. There's very few colleges that are like that, because you know, you can go to a comparable one like Sewanee or Barry
but there's nothing else there.
yeah, but it's only that. Like Belmont and Sanford are really like the only two that I personally know of that are like. I mean, because even the one that's in like Mississippi College in Jackson, it's like Jackson's still not like a.
It's not really a thriving city.
And then like, what's the one in Memphis called? I
I
can't remember what it's called. It doesn't matter. But the one that's there too is like also it's like, I mean, Memphis is cool.
Yeah,
but I feel like it's a little different vibe. Yeah. Like the area I've seen that colleges for, it's called Gordon. No, it's not called Gordon. It's something like that. It's just not the same as Sanford. So
yeah,
I get that. That was one of the main reasons I went to Sanford too back in the day. So
Back in the day.
Back in the day, yeah. Back in 2016.
Whew, buddy.
I know, man.
Youngins.
That feels like yesterday to me. So you get to Sanford, like you literally choose to go there the summer before you get there freshman year. Talk to us about college. How was it?
So I applied and got in. Got a little band scholarship too.
Come on.
Yeah. Was in the marching band at Sanford on the drum line. So it was fun, but I did it for 2 years, I think. But it's just not, you know, I love Sanford. The band was so tiny, but it's funny, like all the dudes in the band and on the drum line, they were like insanely talented. Huh. But you know, I wanted like to be in a marching band with like a ton of, you know, we had like, this is like band nerd talk. We had like 3 snare drums, 1 guy playing tenors, and like 4 bass. Like a big college like Alabama or UGA, you're gonna have like probably 12 snare drums, probably 4 or 5 tenors, and like bass drums, like probably 7 or 8. So
wow.
it was a very tiny drum line, and it was good for how big it was. But I was like, man, I'm kind of ready to move on. I did it for 2 years, and that was it.
And then you were done.
Yeah.
So you know what kind of Sanford upperclassmen were you? Like, were you super involved on campus? Did you love it, or were you like kind of checked out? Or
I want to say I was checked out. I mean, I was involved with stuff, but again, me being a procrastinator, I was at Sanford, had no idea what I was gonna do for a living, but I knew that I was passionate about food and music.
Oh, cool.
So that was like,
So what was your major?
So this is funny. It's super random. Nutrition and dietetics.
Yeah.
So it was kind of food related.
Yeah.
But it was
adjacent.
also pre-dental because
That's
I was
kind of-
like, oh, maybe I'm going to be a dentist. I just like, I
That's
don't
hilarious.
know what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
That's kind of ironic that you were a
Yeah.
nutrition major, pre-dental, and you opened up a donut
Freaking
shop.
donut shop. I'm like,
awesome.
yeah, yep, here we are. So, but yeah, like for me, like school was kind of like, I did okay in school, but like it was like a means for me to like get involved in like
Yeah.
the city of Birmingham and
Sure.
trying to like figure out what I was gonna do, like whether that was like music or working in restaurants. So I did a little bit of both for a while. But like as far as like on campus stuff, I mean, I didn't do a ton of things when I quit the band. I did. I'm trying to think.
Did you do a fraternity while you were there?
No, I didn't. I had a bunch of friends in Pi Cap, but
Was dudes around whenever you did that?
oh yeah, wait, what?
Dudes aplenty?
Oh,
Was it-
Dudes
was it a
Plenty.
Step
Yeah,
Son show?
yeah. Dude,
Was
Step
Jacob
Son,
there
wow.
when you were there?
Jacob.
The Gladys Jacob. Is that his name, Jacob?
I don't remember.
Oh, we need to have him on the podcast.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm horrible with names right now, dude.
He's the guy who started Dudes Aplenty. I didn't know. I can't remember his name, but
If you said the last name, I would know.
yeah. Okay. Well,
You don't know
I wish I
Jacob?
could.
God,
Jacob?
I don't
dude.
know Jake.
Jacob, I'm sorry. I think I do know you, but
I am fascinated. Like, so you're getting into like food and music. What was the music scene and food scene like in Birmingham from 01 to 05? Is that when you were?
01 to 05, yeah. So it took me a while to get like plugged in. So, I started learning how to play drums in church in high school.
Okay.
And so that was like my gateway to like getting in was church,
Yeah.
like praise and worship band. And
It's usually how it goes for people in the South.
yeah, dude. So that was kind of like, when I went to Sanford, I don't even know how I got linked up with UCF. Someone invited me, or I had a friend that went there. And then, long story short, I went every Wednesday and ended up meeting Joel and
Yeah. For those who don't know what UCF is, what is that?
University Christian Fellowship.
Okay. So it's like a college ministry.
Yep.
Okay.
And they did it on Wednesdays. So that, I got plugged in with the guy who was kind of leading the worship service during that time, Chuck Hooten. Do you know Chuck?
Oh, no way.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, he's unbelievably.
He's the best.
Wait, he did worship at UCF?
Yeah. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay. I went to the worst. Dad, I don't know if I've ever told this to Dad before, so if you're listening, I'm really sorry. I love doing this with you, Dad. I went to the worst church conference I've ever been to in my entire life last year. I'm not going to say what it was,
Uh-oh.
but Chuck Hooten was leading worship at it, and it was like every speaker was just almost insufferable. And I mean, it was very like pick yourself up by the bootstraps, like, sack up and follow Jesus kind of vibes. And then Chuck Hooten and this amazing band would come out and lead worship. And it was like, he's this remarkably peaceful and like inviting stage presence. And
Yeah, he's great, dude.
and I feel like, I've been working in ministry, and I'm not really about the whole, like, I don't know how to explain it, like commercialized church world. I'm in like I would like to think I'm in a more like normal person world when it comes to faith. And I was like looking at Chuck, and I saw him and his buddies like hanging out during lunch. And I was like, I bet we know the same people. And then I came back, and Kyle Carpenter, like, is best friends with him.
And that's how me and Kyle met.
Oh, really?
Through
Okay.
Chuck,
Cool.
yeah,
I didn't know that he was UCF. That makes so
Yeah.
much sense. But I knew that he was in Birmingham for a while. But
Yeah.
he's like a legend. And
He's a legend,
dude, his daughter like is apparently amazing too.
Yeah, she's killing it.
Yeah, they're in Nashville or or Charleston, or
Knoxville.
Knoxville. Okay,
Yeah, unless they
cool.
just moved to Nashville.
Nice.
I haven't
Yeah.
talked to him in a while, but
Yeah, but that's so.
I
That's
keep
a
up with
thing.
him from afar on
We should have-
Instagram.
yeah, I bet Chuck would come on the pod. one
Oh,
day.
dude, he would totally
he's
do
a
it.
legend.
Oh,
I
yeah,
hope
he is.
listens. Hey, Chuck, if you
Love you, Chuck.
yeah, Chuck, if you're
Dude,
your last event that you led at Gardendale First Baptist Church, you know what it is. I know what it is.
I'll be
Our
DMing
listeners,
you,
I'm not
Chuck.
gonna talk about it on. I'm not gonna critique something on the air. But yeah, it was. I would love to talk to him about that. But it
Dude.
was wild. Kyle told me that he, I just went to the conference and it started late. Like I didn't know why it started late. It started like an hour late. And I was talking to Kyle about it like the next week at a coffee shop or something. And Kyle was like, "Yeah, they went to Sanford because they thought the event was at Sanford. They didn't know it was at Garden Hill First Baptist Church.
Oh no,
That's funny.
So they were there and they were just like hanging out in what they thought was the green room.
but it was not.
And no one was there. And they were like, I don't know why. Like, I guess we're just like early or something. It's like such like a musician,
yeah.
stupid thing to think. And then somebody called him and was like, where are you at? Like we were about to start. And he was like, dude, I'm the only one here. What are you talking about?
That's so
It's
funny.
so funny. But anyway, so you met Chuck and you did worship at UCF.
So
That
yeah,
was, like, what you're doing.
they needed a drummer, so I started playing drums for the UCF band, and ended up playing with Chuck when he would tour, and then I met Matthew Mayfield, who's a dear friend of mine.
Okay.
So he was there playing in the band, and at the time he was in a band, and they were like about to sign a record deal, do the whole record deal thing, and
Nice.
yeah, it was pretty neat, pretty wild, and they didn't have a drummer, so then I just like randomly joined a band that just signed a deal with Epic Records at the time, and then that we switched to Columbia Records. So that's another
No
whole
way.
like
No way.
crazy story.
You were in, is that how you met the King State guys then? I guess.
No, I just met the King State guys through like just like back up to high school and middle school, going to like actually not middle school, it was high school, going to little punk DIY shows at our little local DIY venue at the time, was called the Log Cabin.
No, are they Atlanta guys?
Huh?
Are they Atlanta guys? Or were they just playing shows
so-
there?
No, but they're all so we would go to the Log Cabin to see shows. Like if it was a local band or like a touring band that was playing like a small venue, like a DIY style venue, they would come to the Log Cabin, and these bands would always come through there. Like so, the Under Oaths, and before they were like big.
No way.
So yeah.
So are the King State guys?
King State guys. So some of them are from
Amberlin.
yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
the drummer Nate of Amberland is
Okay.
a part of King
Yeah.
State, and then also else?
So
I think his brother is also in Amberlin, and he's also. I actually don't know. I also don't think King State
I know-
exists anymore.
Tim from Under Oath is a part of it as well.
Amberlin was like one of my absolute favorite bands from my childhood.
Dude, I used to like. I've seen them so many times.
They did
Like,
they
they're
started
great.
touring again recently.
Yeah.
And before Christian
But they got a
left-
new singer.
Yeah, so Christian was the old singer.
Yeah.
I saw one of his last shows in Atlanta.
Oh wow.
And it was like really special for me because
Yeah,
I was
dude.
like, I got to see.
Yeah.
I never got to see them because when I was into punk rock music, I was like 10 and 12 in Mississippi, and these bands don't go through Mississippi or didn't. And I was also kind of too young a little bit to go see them. And anyway, so it was like super cool to me to be able to go see
awesome,
them.
dude.
Like, I don't know, 2022 or something like that. And then it was right before Christian stopped singing with them.
Wow.
So it was pretty cool.
They're
Farewell
awesome.
tour.
I know. Is he out for good, or is it like a temporary thing?
I haven't really kept up, to be
Yeah, I mean, I
honest.
don't either.
You know, but
Dude,
I
I
was
learned-
just curious.
I learned that Talking Heads got offered in 2023 or 2024. Talking Heads got offered $80 million to do a reunion tour, and they said no.
They said no.
Isn't that crazy? $80 million.
I'm curious, like Oasis, how much
Yeah.
they
there's no
their
telling.
guarantee was to get back together,
Hundreds.
because I think they
It's
still
gotta be.
aren't great together.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're-
like I think they still kind of hate each other, but they're
It's wild. Like,
sucking
there's
it
a
up for the
ton.
tour.
Like I love Premier League soccer, and like it was crazy. All the different cities, like different like Premier League coaches and like players, like which like Man City, because they're huge Man City fans. Oasis is like which Man City players would show up. So like Pep Guardiola, like, was at the Manchester one, and then like Phil Foden was at the Wembley, like London one. It was pretty cool, like following it all. So
That's cool.
shout out Oasis.
Yeah, dude. I tried to get tickets, but
Dude, they gotta be playing
was-
the big dome in Las Vegas, right?
I'm sure.
Surely they'll probably play there for like 3 straight months or something. No,
So did you do that through college? You toured?
I did. So that's it took me a while to graduate because I was like in and out a lot.
Okay.
So yeah, when I joined the band with Matthew, it's called Moses Mayfield. We were going for like 6-week long tours, probably minimum. So I had a great advisor at Sanford, my nutrition advisor. So she would just kind of just let me go.
That's awesome.
And just like, yeah, whenever you come back, you just finish your projects or your test or whatever.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she was awesome. So yeah, I just did that. And then, when I would come back and for work, I would always like work at at the time I worked at Starbucks.
Let's go.
Yeah, dude.
The one in 5 Points?
No, I went the one in Vestavia.
Oh,
It's
nice.
closer to Stanford.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it still there? Yeah, it's still there.
Yeah,
Surely
it's
it is.
still there for sure.
On 31. So yeah, I worked there. But they were really good about like letting you go for like if you had to go for weeks off at a time.
Yeah.
Like, and it was always there when I came back from tour. So I did that, and then kind of like got into the restaurant world from there.
Love it.
Yeah.
Talk to us about that.
Restaurant world.
Yeah, how did that all start?
Yeah. So doing the music thing, trying to make that work. Just it's a struggle trying to pay the bills being a touring drummer. And restaurants was always that job that I could like count on and I also enjoyed it. But I just got sucked into the restaurant world, dude. And started playing less. The band actually got dropped from the label. So we kind of were like, it just kind of fizzled out. We were all still like playing music locally and like with different people. But as far as like a full-time gig, it was like, so started working at restaurants more. I think the first job I got out of, when I started doing that was I was a cake decorator.
No way.
At a bakery. I did decorated cakes and wedding cakes at this place called Dream Cakes. RIP. I don't think they're open anymore.
Okay.
But did that for a while, and then went into barbecue. Worked at Saul's Barbecue, the OG one.
Let's go.
That place was awesome. Really good. Learned a lot there. I worked there for a year, and then, gosh, dude, I don't know. I should have brought my resume. I can't remember all this stuff. I worked at Flip Burger at the Summit. It's not there anymore. Oh, you remember Flip Burger?
Holy cow! You just unleashed.
That place was pretty solid.
Loved that place.
Yeah,
dude. The freaking
we did some fun stuff.
It was like a Krispy Kreme milkshake that had
the liquid nitrogen.
In it. That place was. I went there for my birthday like every year.
It was a little ahead of its time, I think, for Birmingham.
Yes, bro.
But it was cool. Yeah,
it was awesome.
It was fun.
Does it exist at all anymore?
I don't think it does. So I at the time I was like a super fan of Richard Blaze.
We get the landscape crew back.
Yeah.
They always cut the grass on Fridays.
It's always this time of the
We didn't know that when we first started recording here, and we've noticed because every episode gets interrupted by that.
Yeah. Well, when it's not there on an episode, it's gonna be weird. So
right.
Just make sure it's a part of it every
right. Hannah Willis, one of the funniest clips we have is her pausing mid sentence and being like, "Who is that delicious man?"
She's
like
hilarious,
one of
dude.
these guys.
Love that.
She mentioned you when we
She did?
when we recorded with
No
you.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said she worked with you at Little Donkey ?
She worked at Little Donkey, and I was always this was like OG days of opening the Hero in Homewood, the original spot or location, and I would close up shop and post up at the bar at Little Donkey at the end of the day and get a couple drinks and eat dinner. Yeah,
let's go.
So she was she was the bartender there.
Wow.
So yeah, dude, so proud of her, dude. She's crushing it.
She is.
Yeah. Like that's awesome.
Like
She's
big time.
Awesome.
Flip Burger is where Lululemon is.
Yeah.
the Summit now. It was like had
What a
this
loss.
coolest vibe. I actually went there my sophomore year of college. Like, I mean, it was open for. I mean,
I don't think
It stayed open for a while.
yeah. I guess it closed. It wasn't a COVID close. It
wasn't.
before
It was
COVID.
before COVID. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Honestly, again, I think it was just like when it opened, it was like super hot and like super modern. Like people were like loving it, but I don't know if it was like a timeless
It was
type
like-
place.
Right.
It was
was like-
very futuristic. Like
Kim Kardashian big sunglasses. Like, you know, like Kim and Khloe like had that show when they lived in Miami. I felt like it was like that era.
yeah,
It was very like Britney Spears era, like LA.
yeah,
You
dude,
know.
very very LA. Originated in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I don't know if that one's open anymore. I don't think it is.
No, I just looked it up. All of them are
all
closed.
Dang. Well, he
Yeah.
sold it, so I think he is okay, and
Yeah.
he lives in California now.
Yeah. He doesn't have to cosplay LA and Birmingham and Atlanta anymore. He can just actually play
be in
LA.
LA.
Literally, yeah. Yeah, Flip Burger. Damn.
So when do you get to? Are you thinking this whole time one day I want to open my own restaurant?
Yeah.
When does that idea
Was it
come
like the
around?
making of a Krispy Kreme donut? Like I milkshake at Flip Burger.
That's where
Is
it
that,
clicked?
Like when it clicked, you're like, I can
No.
do this.
I mean, dude, it was like my whole journey of working in all these restaurants. Like always in the back of my head, I was like, all right, I'm just trying to absorb as much as I can because yeah, I do want to open my own spot one day. So that's why I was like, I kind of overthought it, honestly. Like I was like, I'm gonna work in this bakery. All right, I'm gonna work barbecue. All right, I'm gonna go flip burgers, and then I'm gonna go work at like what was it? Oh, Dodio's. I almost forgot the name of it. It was in y'all probably don't remember that. That was in Homewood. It was like kind of an upscale Greek restaurant. And I worked for my friend Jerry Martha, who started Big Spoon right down the road.
Yeah.
That's how I got to know her. So I worked with her in the pastry kitchen, and then I took a job at an eating disorder clinic
Huh.
as their private chef.
No way.
So yeah, I did
No way.
I did the like hop around thing in some restaurants, and then got someone just told me about this job opportunity at this clinic, and I was like, all right, I'm into it. So
Wow.
yeah, it was a heavy job, but dude, it was like I did it for like 4 or 5 years, and it was like the first like restaurant job that I had like a normal kind of like 9 to 5, like
Yeah.
Monday through Friday. Didn't have to work weekends.
Huh.
I just prepared meals for them to like eat over the weekends. But I was there Monday through Friday, made them breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Wow.
Yeah,
I bet that was pretty cool.
it was cool, dude. It was super cool. Like I learned a ton. I mean, it was a house, so you're not.
Huh.
It's not like you're cooking for a hospital. But it was a beautiful like little small farmhouse on this like property with it was like probably 30 or 40 acres, like on the very edge of Chelsea, kind of out in the middle of nowhere.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was cool. It was very like peaceful, like driving out there.
Yeah.
And, like, just,
What year was that you did that?
Oh, buddy, this is where I failed.
2010s probably.
Yeah, it was probably 20. Let's see, 2010, 20. Yeah,
I feel like
11.
eating disorders is kind of a recent thing that's becoming more and more like helpfully brought up in like the commonplace, I guess, of
Yeah.
like rhetoric or like just like discussion in general around like, I don't know, like psychology and stuff.
Yeah,
And, but, you know, I work with college students in church and it comes up a lot. So I bet that was pretty cool to be able to like be a chef in that space with them. I bet that was like a pretty unique experience for you.
dude. Yeah, I mean, yeah, because you're coming into it like thinking that, all right, are they gonna like hate me?
Sure.
Or like I'm coming in like pretty nervous, but you know, my boss, she was just like, dude, just cook whatever you want to cook. Like at the end of the day, we're trying to introduce people to not have like a negative relationship with food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't need to necessarily like cook healthy or whatever, or, you know, if you want to do something healthy, that's great. If you want to freaking do fried chicken Friday nights, then let's do it.
Huh.
So it's really just, you know, getting them to that like exposure to food again and trying to create like a healthy relationship with it, because it all stems from trauma, some sort of
Yeah.
trauma.
Sure.
But it was, dude, yeah, crazy stories that I'm not allowed to talk about, but
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
saw some wild stuff.
That's super cool though.
But dude, it was fun. At times, like, I had one of my best friends, actually, I got to work out there with me. So I did it for probably 2 years by myself, and then we brought him on, and that was fun.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
Huh.
it was cool.
I'm so curious when Doughnuts come into play here.
So yeah, I know we're getting there. So
So
Doughnuts.
you felt like you were like rounding out your recipe, like your resume.
Resume, yeah, and then after that, I moved to Ireland for like 4 months and
Nice.
worked with a butcher.
Sick.
And dude, that was wild. So I had like going back to like trying to learn everything. Like I always had the passion to like learn about how my family kind of did things. So when they had like a working farm, like my grandparents and
Yeah.
great grandparents, they had a working farm with animals, and they would like slaughter their own pigs and cows and sell it, and also that's what they ate. So I was like, man, I really like I'm not a real chef if I don't know how to like butcher a whole pig for a cow.
Right.
So I had a friend that knew this dude in Ireland, and
Don't we all?
I know, man. I'm like, he knew I had this passion about it. He was like, man, you need to like, I'm doing this cookbook for this chef who's like really well connected. You should come meet him. He's doing a cookbook signing tour. So I went to this like fancy dinner and met him. And long story short, I told him like what I wanted to do. He's like, oh man, you need to meet my friend Pat and Pat Whelan in Ireland. We'll set it up and you can go spend some time over there.
Huh.
So I just thought it was at night after the dinner. We were having drinks talking about it. I was like, nothing's going to come of this.
Yeah.
Emailed him the next day.
Wow.
And then like literally 3 or 4 days later, I was buying
Flights.
flight looking for flights, and
That's awesome.
this was like before Airbnb, I think, or before like I really knew about it. And I remember going on Facebook to find some place to live over there.
Wow.
Wow. That's crazy.
And I linked up with this dude and rented a room out of his house in Clonmel, Ireland. It was County Tipperary, so it's like no one's really heard of it. It's this little small little town, like
Yeah.
kind of like Southern Ireland.
How cool.
Yeah, I got to work in his butcher shop. He had one there and then one in Dublin, and I walked to work most days and learned how to work in a butcher shop, how to cut meat, and then he took me to the farm and showed how they slaughtered animals, which is not great to look at. Pretty rough.
But you had to do it.
Had to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be a real chef, you had to know.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I actually don't think I need to see this. But dude, it was crazy. I was actually there for 3 months, and then the last month that I had planned to be overseas was I'd spent it in a month in London,
Oh, nice.
working in a restaurant.
That's so
Cool.
cool.
So I was trying to like pack as much in as I could in 4 months, and then after the 3 month mark in Ireland doing butchery, I was like, all right, I think I got enough of this. So then,
I learned about when you slaughter pigs, you hang them by their back legs,
yeah,
you slit their throat,
that's it. You bleed them out.
and they just literally bleed out.
Yeah, so any animal, like, even if you go to like some crazy massive processing plant, like they should be humanely like putting it out of stunning it or
Yeah.
shooting it in the head, or they have a captive bolt that just like sticks a pin in their head and they don't feel anything. Sorry,
Yeah.
this is like pretty gruesome. Sorry. And then they pull them up.
53 minutes in today, you get to learn this.
They pull them up on their hind legs, and that's how you bleed them out. Yeah.
Yeah.
They still do it. I mean, you just cut their necks, bro.
My friend Jimmy, his last name is Purnell.
Uh-huh.
His parents own Purnell sausage.
Okay.
In,
Wait, I've heard of
Louisville,
Purnell.
Kentucky. Yeah, I mean it's everywhere.
That's a big one.
Yeah, Jimmy is like mine.
Daggum.
But he went to Stanford with me, and yeah, that's what he told me. It's just like a conveyor belt of like pig blood,
Dude.
Just like it's crazy.
It is.
Anyways, yeah, we should probably censor that part of this episode or something like
That's
that.
fine. I'll just put the not for kids thing on
Yeah,
YouTube.
warning, earmuffs.
Yeah, but no, that's pretty cool. Okay, so you went to Ireland, and London.
Came back and worked. So, gosh, dude, was this before that or after? I think it was after. Yeah. Y'all remember Cycle Cafe?
Oh,
Yes.
Okay. So I got to be a part of that opening, like the opening crew of that. So we did Cycle Cafe.
That's so cool.
I consulted. Originally, I was like wrote the menu and like trained, and then they didn't have anybody to work it, so I didn't really have a job actually either. So he was like, "Why don't you just stay on and run it until we find someone?" I was like, "All right, cool." So I was there. I was like,
You ran Cycle
well,
Cafe?
the kitchen.
The kitchen.
No,
so pretty much.
Yeah, so it was me in the kitchen.
Did you come up with was it the toasty?
That was me. Yeah,
You came up with the toasty?
toasted. Yeah.
Let me ask you a question, and I'm pretty angry at you right now.
Uh-oh.
Why on God's green earth is no one making that sandwich anymore?
I don't know.
I, on behalf of every Birmingham person who's ever had that sandwich, present that question to you right
That's
now.
really cool, dude.
That is like, dude, that's actually.
We'll have to figure. I honestly haven't even
didn't know that you
thought
had a
about
connection
that
to that.
until we just now started talking about it.
That toasty is like the best breakfast sandwich ever.
Damn. All right. Cool. What to do? Maybe we'll do a. I don't know if I'm. Yeah, I guess if it's my recipe, I can do it. I just need to check with the Cycle Cafe guys, but they're not around anymore, are they?
Not really.
I mean, Armand, he's got some wiggle room with,
Yeah.
with how he does things.
Well,
so.
I'll reach out to Armand and we'll see if we can use the toasty.
Dude, if y'all did like a
What was on it? I can't remember.
sweet potato biscuit.
Okay, so I did there's an OG version
Okay.
of the toasty. So after I left, my buddy Roscoe came in and took over, and he did the sweet potato biscuit version.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Which I think the insides are the same when I did it. When I did it, we made an English muffin
Oh, nice.
with these little Benny seeds on it, and it had the shaved ham and
Like the mustard,
white cheddar, and the
like-
pickled mustard
yeah.
seeds. Yeah.
Bro, pickled mustard seeds were so stinking good.
Yeah, dude.
I would get that either in a bowl or with the sandwich.
Yeah.
So you know how business schools at Stanford no class on Fridays. So me and like my two best friends in college, Christian and Caleb. I guess Christian was like kind of a different major, but anyways, the three of us like almost every Friday, like for all.
No way.
I remember junior and senior year, maybe sophomore year too. We went to Woodland Cycle Cafe, and that's how we met. And that's how we met Tim. That's how we met Craig. That's how we met. That's how we became so close with Duquette. Like
Yeah.
we were so in that world.
That was
and
a
it's
great-
so funny because like pre-COVID,
Yeah.
we got Oh, and Jake Carnley.
Yeah.
Like we got so into that, and then, I mean, everybody jumped ship.
Man,
Nobody's
I know.
doing it anymore.
It sucked because that was such. All the little stuff happening under there, like it's pretty neat. But again, I think it was just ahead of its time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that genuinely that place, like, it would be cool. Like it would fit in like Europe.
Dude, for sure. Yeah.
Like
Like Armand, dude, he has such like his vision for things is like
Yeah.
crazy. Like even like Buka over in
Yeah.
Buka and Daily are fantastic.
Daily Edition and all that.
Dang. So you started what? Or you helped start?
I didn't start it, but
Woodlawn?
yeah. So I was I started. I did the food. Yeah.
Dude. This is another thing that I'm gonna kind of insert one of my own infatuations too. Only place I've ever seen in Birmingham that valued vinyl in a service industry.
Yeah.
Like, why does nobody do? I mean, I guess I don't know what your role is in like the ins and outs of like daily operations at Hero is nowadays.
Pretty heavy.
because there's like tons of locations.
Yeah.
But I just feel like that creates like such a, I don't know, like it just created such an amazing vibe in Woodlawn. And
Dude.
no one else in Birmingham has ever done it.
Yeah.
I think and I spin vinyl, and sometimes people bring me in to spin vinyl at their events and stuff. But I it's a really simple thing for people to do.
It's so simple,
Yeah.
and you don't have to worry about like licensing.
Yeah, copyright
like
stuff.
you are going through like a legal platform to be
Sure.
Yeah.
If you, like, own it,
you can
yeah.
pick your own music and like play it. Like it's great.
Yeah.
I mean, we use we can't just play stuff on Spotify. Like we have like a business version of Spotify. And,
Wait, really?
it's called Soundtrack.
I didn't know that because it's like a commercialized space.
Yeah, you'll get, So, I mean, if there's people, there's like the music police. They're going to like,
Literally, there's like people who kind of like
if you play a song that you don't have permission to play,
yeah,
I
I think it's ASCAP.
they'll
or whatever
find
they're
the
called.
shit out of you.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
yeah. We learn about this stuff in Jacob's major.
Wait, would they do
Commercial
that
music.
would they do that in like a place
you-
that didn't have like a, I don't know what to call that. Like, would they do that at like a single owner small shop like Whammy?
Yeah.
Is there any difference between Whammy and Hero? Because Hero has like multiple locations.
If
and it's
you
part of
if
a
you
group.
walk in, there's supposed to be like a sticker on your window that says like you have the license or whatever it is
Yeah.
to play the music. Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
it's,
they
kind of silly, but
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
The idea is to like get to monetize it for the musicians to make the money.
Yeah.
But it's literally like there'll be people who just go around and go into restaurants and things to like make sure that they have their licenses, or else they'll find them.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
such a
I literally
tricky
had no idea.
subject because I'm like,
Yeah.
also on the flip side of it, I think any musician these days would be happy that their music's just getting played
Yeah.
in any
place.
place, whether they're getting credit for it through a licensing thing or not, you know.
Right,
sure.
But yeah, so ours is, I can kind of pick it generally, but it's still algorithm based, and like it's like, and it'll show me like the ones. I'll make a playlist on Spotify, send it over, and then it'll show you which ones are not licensed that won't. Yeah. It'll be like from the same record too. Like some of them are that can transfer, and some of them won't.
That's why you hear a lot of the same music wherever you go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's only certain songs that are actually licensed to be
Yeah,
used.
Walmart
like
plays.
that.
Walmart plays like a radio, like a Pandora radio station
Yeah.
nowadays. Which I think is, or
They have like their own Walmart radio.
I think
which
that's
is
what it's
kind of
called.
odd.
Walmart radio.
Yeah, they'll be like, shout out to David from store 4756, who's been a 20-year
Really?
employee this year. Yeah.
Did
That's where I
actually-
get my tires rotated, so that's why I
Yeah,
hear
so you
that.
listen to it for 3.5 hours at a time sometimes. Dude, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Okay, so wait, where were we at?
Cycle Cafe.
Cycle
I think.
Cafe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cycle Cafe.
Gosh, that is
Which was
just,
so cool. I mean,
man.
that was unbelievable.
I know, man. I
place.
was sad when it. There's so many people that in the city that like spend time working there too. Like,
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, I feel like it was one of those things where it was the launching pad for so many people to
It really
start
was.
so many
Yeah.
cafes and restaurants and things.
dude, yeah. I mean, that's where we'll get into in a second. That's where I started developing my donut recipe. But like, yeah, Michael and Pocus from Domestique. That's where he kind of started.
Yeah.
Developing his coffee, and then Jimmy worked there.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I'm leaving off a lot.
Yeah.
But a bunch of people went through there.
Dude, that's crazy.
R.I.P. Good spot though. Yeah.
Did you ever know Rich Friddy?
Fruity?
Friddy. Fridy. I don't know if Rich ever worked there. Rich went all the time though. I know Rich worked some
I don't
shifts
know.
at Open Shop.
I was there for literally whatever the first year that it opened. I was only there for about a year.
Oh, okay. What year did it open?
That's a great
It
question.
was like when I was in high school. So it was like 2014.
Probably, yeah, I think 13 or 14 actually.
Wow. Friday dinners. Man. it's
Yeah.
Good days.
Dude, great spot.
One day.
One day,
I went there the other day, and now it's called like Woodlawn Marketplace or something.
Oh, there's
like
something
that.
there?
Yeah.
Like a cafe?
Yeah. They have a little single shot group head, and to be honest with you, whenever I went, they had espresso tonics, and it was like okay.
Wait, I'm sorry for asking this. What is an espresso tonic?
Tonic
Just
water
tonic espresso?
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually with a syrup.
And
It's like coffee soda.
yeah, they had like a.
Gotcha.
I got espresso tonic. She's like, "You want anything in it?" And I was like, "I don't know. What do you think?" Because I was like, I mean, it's terrible. I mean, I'm not going to critique it. I'm really happy that there's something there, and what they're doing is awesome. But all cards on the table, I wanted to hate it.
Yeah.
Because obviously Woodlawn was elite. It was
it
my
was
favorite
like
place
that,
that's
yeah.
ever existed in Birmingham.
Yeah.
And now that it's gone, like I wanted to go in there and be like, you know, like hold the grudge. And the nostalgia just won. I just loved sitting in there.
It's a good, dude. The windows, yeah, good
it's
vibe.
just-
A lot of natural light, and
Yeah. I mean, it was like my first, you know, I went to London my freshman year of college. Before that, like I never really experienced any sort of, I don't know, like I guess art or anything like that. Like you just mentioned you had a DIY venue in high school. Like that's hard for me to understand. But like when I was in high school, like it was like football and Alabama football, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Like it was like I was very Alabama, you know,
Vineyard
high school kind of vibes, yeah. And then getting
what'd you say? Oh, Vineyard
Vineyard
Vines.
Vines, yeah. And then at Woodlawn in Birmingham was like my first kind of dream, or like the first time I ever felt invited into dreaming about that kind of stuff. And how to be a part of Birmingham. So it's like it's incredibly nostalgic for me. And I never worked there. People that work there have a very different perspective on it because obviously when business gets involved with that kind of thing, everything gets a little tricky. But I only went as a consumer. Yeah. So I like Club Duquette, Bungalow, and Woodlawn Cycle Cafe, Public Office, all those places over there. I was just like, this is the coolest thing in the world.
Dude,
I didn't really think anything else about it.
There was nothing else like it in town.
Yeah. But sorry, you just that's like the ultimate, like Birmingham, like that's fine. That's like my thing I love talking about is the old Woodlawn days. But
I love hearing it, dude.
Okay, so you're there, and then that's where you started developing your donut recipe, you said.
Yeah, so when we started doing dinners at Cycle Cafe, and we would do plated courses, and so to make it easier on us, I was like, instead of doing plated desserts, I'm like, we're just gonna send big platters of fancy donuts around for everybody to like finish the night and just pass around these platters of donuts. So the brioche style dough that I was making for Cycle Cafe, that's kind of where I started. Like at that time, I literally just made the donuts from that recipe. And people were like, oh my God, these are crazy. These are awesome. When are you going to make them again? And so we started making them again and again. And I was like in the back of my head, like trying to figure out what I was going to do because I was going to stay at Cycle Cafe forever.
Sure.
And I was like, man, maybe we'll start making donuts and selling them at somewhere. I don't know, farmers markets or whatever. So I was like, I got to work on a recipe that's my own, even though the Cycle Cafe was my recipe. But I was like, I got to keep them separated. So yeah, dude, long story short, I started doing pop-ups. I think the first pop-up was at Seasick Records.
Wow.
At the not his one. Well,
the one by like filling station?
Yeah, the one by filling station.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, dude, it was crazy. I didn't know what the hell I was getting myself into, and we had this commissary kitchen that we were renting over in Lakeview, and I was there at like freaking 2 a.m. Did not make near enough donuts for this first pop-up. Like,
really?
Dude, it was crazy. Like, we get there, of course we're running behind because we're like frying donuts, like glazing them, and we're just learning everything in the moment and like just screwing stuff up, and we're late, pull up with this trailer with all our donuts and tables and stuff, and there's like a line like wrapped around the building. I'm like, oh my God, this is so silly. Like, this is awesome, but I'm scared to death.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't bring enough donuts. I mean, I can't remember how many I brought, but we set up and then opened the doors, and everyone came and got 1 or 12 donuts, and we were like about to sell out. And I remember I felt so bad. So I kept on counting how many donuts we had left, and I would count how many people were in the line, and I had to go to the last person and tell them, like, we don't have any more donuts. I think I was like, we're only giving 1 donut per person just to like kind of like slow it down.
Sure.
But yeah, dude. And then after that, like, I was like, all right, I'm going to see where this goes, and just did it on the side for probably a year. Just still working at Cycle Cafe, and doing these little pop-ups, and then kind of snowballed into like, I either need to like really do this or give it up.
Yeah.
What were the first few donuts? Were they just glazed in chocolate?
Yeah, it was actually just glazed.
Okay.
Well, so before the Seasick pop-up, I did some like little random, like texted a bunch of friends and to tell their friends like I've got donuts, and that was just OG vanilla glazed donuts. Yeah. I did those for a while, and then
I mean, were they just amazing?
They were so good, dude. Because they were like, when I would text them, they would come, and they were like still warm, like
man,
and which is so hard to do in stores. We can get into that. Totally. That's another whole conversation. Like, but that was my, like, Krispy Kreme got me obsessed with donuts. I mean, that's like, I'm not like a huge like sweets person, but like, dude, bread and like sweet stuff on bread is just like kind of my little kryptonite there.
Definitely.
Come on, dude.
Do
you remember there was another donut place that was starting around that time called I Heart Donuts?
We Have Donuts.
We Have Donuts.
Yeah. Yeah,
I remember that place being so good. Does it
they were
exist
great.
still? Or-
No, they did. They specialized in like old fashioned,
like
cake style donuts,
sourdough type. Yeah.
They were great.
It was like literally just a window.
Yeah,
in
downtown, which was
like
dude, it was
right
so
by
cool.
Zaza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like an old bank or something, maybe.
I don't know.
But it was a
That's
window,
rad.
and you just walked up and.
That's rad.
But yeah, we were kind of doing. I don't know if they started before Hero or I can't remember, but it was literally there was some crossover there.
Where'd you get the name from? Did you call it Hero from day one?
So when I started doing the pop ups before Seasick, or like just selling donuts to friends or sampling them, I didn't have a name. But when we landed on the first pop up date at Seasick, I was like, all right, we got to figure out what to call this. So me and my partner at the time, Jason Wallace, had lists of names. Like he was like, all right, you come up with a bunch of names. I'll write down a bunch of names. We'll meet and see like which one stands out.
Yeah.
And we both had Hero on our list. It was the only name that it was like weird. But also the reason I put Hero on there was from my daddy. My daddy's my hero.
Wow.
And he's like the one that kind of instilled a lot of these nostalgic like food memories. Like that were our inspiration for the Hero menu. So the donuts, dude, like South Georgia, when we were in Albany, Georgia, like that was like our every Sunday after church, Sunday night, we would go to the Krispy Kreme in Albany, Georgia, and literally just get a dozen hot donuts and 2 pints of milk and just
That's awesome.
almost we would crush the whole dozen.
Yeah.
Because they're like cotton candy. They just like dissolve in your
Yeah.
mouth.
they do.
And then you feel like total shit later. But you don't think about it because they're just going down so easy.
And it tastes so good.
So good.
It is like it is like one of those things, you know. I feel like ice cream shops this way. If somebody opened up, I mean, like coffees this way, it's just one of those things. Like it doesn't matter how many people open up a donut shop or a coffee shop. Like you're just gonna, it's just gonna do well. Like like everybody just is gonna love it. It's like I don't know. It's like popcorn at the movies. Like I don't care what you say about how much movie theaters don't make money. Like popcorn at the movie, like movie theaters and popcorn at the movies is just gonna always exist.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like an undeniable truth. Like that's like pre-fall, like in the new heavens and new earth. Like that's gonna exist. you know?
Popcorn at the movies and donuts.
Like donuts, golf, and popcorn's in the movie. No, that's really cool. So you start doing this. You start doing pop-ups, and then like how long did you do pop-ups before you were considered like kind of what you were talking about earlier, where you started like working with Nick from Pahakis and that kind of stuff? Talk us through that.
Yeah.
period.
So, after the Seasick pop-up and then doing more pop-ups, then we got into the Pepper Place Market world. We did that every Saturday, and really just kind of got to the point where I was like, all right, I'm gonna just quit the job and just make the side hustle like a real thing, which was terrifying. But I did that. I hired a dude to help me do donuts, and we got a commissary kitchen and just literally just did everything we could to like hustle. And like this is before the brick and mortar, so we just we had the consistent Pepper Place thing. We did some wholesale accounts.
Would that be like coffee shops?
Yeah, we had some coffee shops that bought donuts from us. Big Bad Breakfast down on 280
Caveat.
Was
I literally, whenever I worked at Caveat for like a year and a half.
oh, that's
in college,
right. I almost forgot that they got donuts from us.
I siphoned some Brambleberry crisp donuts from Hero Donuts during those years. Like every shift, I would eat like
I
two.
totally forgot about that. That was in Homewood. Is it still there?
It still is. Yeah.
Okay. Great little spot.
Yeah.
So yeah, did the hustle for a while, and then got to the point where we were like, all right, we need to like do an actual store, or I need to go get a real job. So I was actually in the process of interview process for executive sous chef at the Westin Hotel for my real job.
Nice.
And we were also trying to decide if we were gonna that was like my backup plan.
Yeah.
And me and Jason were figuring out, all right, look, what we don't really have the capital to open a store. We need to find a partner or figure out capital. So that's when we were just trying to figure out like how we were going to do that whole thing. And because we were doing donuts at Big Bad Breakfast, we had the connection with Nick. He was a part of Big Bad back then.
Yeah.
So I went to the manager, like, dude, can you get me Nick's number? And he was like, for what? And I was like, I just want to talk to him about something.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, but this is kind of weird. And I was like, it's fine. We have mutual friends. He's going to know who it is. And,
Yeah.
So anyway, called Nick. I was like, hey, dude, it's me. We met the other day at Pepper Place. Really would love to sit down and talk with you.
Yeah.
About some stuff. And he's like,
knew
let's
what
do
was
it.
up.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, we met at Little Donkey in Homewood, and I showed him. I had all this binder of, like, all our, like, projections and kind of our business plan.
Yeah.
And, like, history, like, sales history and, like, future projections, all that stuff. And he loved it. And I was like, I'm just looking for a partner to help grow this, because I was like, I don't know anything about opening a restaurant from scratch. I mean, I can figure it out, but
It'd be helpful.
yeah,
if had
I
a
would rather
friend.
share it with someone who's been through this.
Yeah.
So then ultimately that's what me and Jason were looking for, was like, not just money, but money
Wisdom.
and experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. And then I signed my life away, and
How that original space across from Homewood Central Park, right? That was the first one, right?
that was first one. Yeah.
How long was the lease on the first? I guess the first time you signed your life away.
It was a 5-year lease.
5 year. Wow.
Yeah.
So you were like, I'm doing the thing.
We're doing it. Yeah.
And
yeah.
how old were you when that happened? 30, if I'm tracking correctly.
Yeah. Wait, hold on.
Is it open whenever I was in college? Like,
I was about 32. So wait, hold on. I'm 43. And
that was 11 years ago.
It was, gosh, dude. No, I think it was only 8 or 9 years ago.
oh really?
Yeah.
When you got your first space? Yeah, because it opened up whenever I started college, it was like Nabil's, and then
Yeah.
what was to the left? Was it that also Nabil's?
It was
too?
Nabil's. So yeah, when we first opened, it was like we were just right there on
like the left side.
the
of
left side. So there was
Yeah.
the kitchen, and then we had like a little tiny dining room that literally there was like one little communal table in the middle, and then like two tops against the wall.
Yeah.
There's a
The
wall.
step up section was the expansion that you
That was
did.
expansion, yeah. So that it used to be part of Nabil's, had like their little market there, and we were just
really?
kind of like, we were doing all right over there, but we just needed more space. We realized like it was so small, because, I mean, if it was just like a coffee and donut shop, I think it would have worked.
Yeah.
But because I had the other things on the menu, there's like just nowhere for people to sit.
Yeah.
And we did like to go orders like crazy, but
Where did that the food come from? Did you theorize that beforehand?
great question. I did. Yeah, I never wanted it to be just about donuts. So it was all like, I just wanted to create this like fast food style concept that kind of was just this like melting pot of like all the shit that I loved as a kid, which was like donuts and Waffle House, and definitely some Chick-fil-A in there, and some smash burgers, and like so that was the inspiration. The donuts, I did just donuts when I was by myself, because that was like easier to manage and like all I could kind of really handle.
Yeah.
But I knew, when we opened up the first brick and mortar, like I wanted breakfast sandwiches, I wanted a good fried chicken sandwich, maybe a breakfast plate, and a burger. So
I'm thinking about it now. I think one of the first or second times we ever hung out was Hero, right?
Yeah.
Really,
I mean, I
At the
don't
old
know. I
one?
would love if I could like rewatch a whole movie of our. So one of the things about Myers and I is we went to college together for 2 years and like never hung out. Well, I always knew who he was, but we didn't start hanging out till pandemic happened, spring break of my senior year, and right after that, that's whenever we started hanging out. But right before the pandemic, though, we did hang out with Ross and Blake and Sam.
Yep.
We all went to Hero.
In Homewood.
Dude, I like. I mean, I've always loved Hero, but specifically whenever I was in college, me and my buddies used to go to Hero, like by Homewood Central Park all the time. And to be honest with you, it's like, is there a small part of you that like kind of feels like you saw the vision for Homewood before everybody else did? Because that was like, because like T-Mama was there, but like besides Taco Mama, like all that stuff. I mean, that was like New York
That
pizza
place,
days.
yeah.
Which, by the way,
Yeah.
New York pizza is similar to Woodlawn. Low key, like the best pizza ever in Birmingham, and it just doesn't exist anymore.
I know, man.
It was so good, but I feel like Homewood was like kind of dingy still. And I mean, Little Donkey, I
It
guess
definitely wasn't
like
as,
Octane was like kind of but Octane was like not like nice whenever it started. But anyways, what I'm trying
Also,
to say is like,
man, that was cool.
yeah,
I loved
but
Octane.
Hero was like the first person who saw Homewood Central Park in like a not a positive light, but in like besides like Homewood moms.
Well, it was just that area over there.
Yeah.
I mean, the Bills have been there for years.
Rip.
And yeah,
Another great place that just their lasagna. I could bathe in their lasagna, I think.
yeah. R.I.P. Nabil's.
It's my wife's favorite restaurant in Birmingham.
Really?
It was really sad. We went on their closing night,
Okay.
and Gracie genuinely got like a little emotional. It was her favorite. Like, she loved Nabil's.
Did you like when they closed to when they kind of like? Did you go to the OG like version of Nabil's like with the original? I'm curious, just from someone who loves it, if you could tell a difference like with the new ownership.
Oh, to be honest with you, I didn't know that there was a new
Okay.
owner.
Well, that's good.
My wife and I didn't start dating until like 2022.
Okay.
No, 2021.
21, I think.
Yeah,
And did they get a new owner after 2021?
they did. Yeah, no,
Oh,
it was
okay.
before.
It was before. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and I didn't really start going until we were like, I mean, probably 2022, and we'd been dating for a while. And she like loves Greek food. So,
Yeah.
And in Birmingham, not a lot of great Greek restaurants. So,
Not a ton.
that was-
There's a lot of Greek people.
there's a lot of Greek people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, the Greek Food Festival is like the best Greek food you can get.
Yeah, that
In
thing is
Tampa.
crazy, dude.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
But that is pretty cool though. Like the Homewood.
Dude, the way I remember when we were looking for a spot for Homewood, and I just happened to be driving past that location, and at the time, Homewood Instruments was there,
wow.
and they had a sign on the door, and like a handwritten sign. I was like, I've always thought that building was so cool too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like pulled over. I was just curious what it said, and it said there was no like for rent sign. It just said we have moved, or we're moving up the street. We're closed until we move up there. Basically, like we've closed for now. We're moving in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And there's like an arrow pointing up in like the address. I was like, oh my god, they're moving out of here. So I texted my partner. I was like, dude, we need to.
Yeah.
Like this could be a pretty sick spot.
Uh-huh.
And he like was like, all right, I'm calling someone right now. And yeah, dude, that's kind of like how we landed on that spot. Apparently, I mean, it was like we called the landlord and he was like, we have like an absurd amount. I can't remember like people just inquiring about it.
Really?
Yeah, just from that handwritten sign up there. There wasn't even like a official like for lease sign
or anything.
But he loved the idea of something like Hero being there in the
Yeah.
neighborhood, because there hadn't been any inquiries that were like that kind of like neighborhoody little spot. So yeah,
I'm gonna give you opportunity to share as much as you want to on this next question I have for you. But I feel like some people might be listening to this, dreaming and thinking about what this is like, for if they were to open up something one day. So I'm curious, like any numbers that you wanted to share, like practically, not just like conceptually, but practically, like what did the finances look like, when you were going into this space? Like how much, when you say like, I didn't have any money or any capital to give, like maybe you literally mean that, but I don't know. I'm just like so curious, like for the people that are, I guess like entrepreneurial listening to this, what kind of numbers should they consider as they're entering into this stage of like brick and mortar type stuff?
yeah, that's a tricky question because I mean it all just depends. It's every scenario is going to be different.
Sure.
But I will say I won't give any specifics, but it's always more expensive than you plan. Like,
That's a good answer. Yeah.
I mean, like, especially in the restaurant world. It's just, an old building like that too for us. You get some money from the landlord, hopefully for some upgrades. You get an allowance for that.
Tenants improvements.
Yep. TI. Yeah. But
also, for people that don't know what that means, if you get a landlord and you're willing to sign a longer lease, the longer lease you sign, the more money that they'll spend to make sure you're happy while you're there. Yeah. So they literally pay for you to
new bathroom or plumbing fixed for a kitchen,
structural stuff. Yeah.
Or they'll pay for your bill. I mean, if you're lucky, they'll pay for your build out too.
Yep.
Like there's different agreements that you can make with your landlord.
It benefits the landlord also to do
absolutely.
that.
And then also like some landlord, I literally have learned all this since being like in the adult, like the real post grad world. But if your landlord wants foot traffic, they'll spend more on you as a tenant. That's a donut shop who would bring more people around. Mm-hmm. Whereas like a law firm isn't going to bring any foot traffic, so they might spend less. There's like, I didn't know any of that until I had friends start working in commercial real estate. But that's like super fascinating. That I mean, I literally have no idea otherwise. So that was part of, I guess you or I don't know.
We had a great relationship with our landlord. Like he was super pumped to like, help us out. And at the end of the day, like he wanted his little corner to look awesome, and
he did.
People being in there, and he was a customer. He lives in Homewood, so it's cool to see him in there.
Did y'all have Domestique coffee from the get?
We did, dude. Yeah, me and Domestique, Hero and Domestique, we kind of started our paths about literally like at the same time.
That's cool.
I just learned that he was a part of Woodlawn like probably a month ago.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, dude. Hey, that's how we met.
We've been trying to schedule a episode with him for like I don't know actually know how long. Myers is kind of our,
I think that the ball's actually in my court. I think I got his email and I forgot to email him.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, we're not.
I'll get there.
We're a little Gen Z on the email train.
I'll get there.
We're much more text than
I'd rather just text him.
Hey, dude, it's okay. I just now learned how to stay up on my emails. Like, beginning of this year, I was like, all right, January 1st, I'm going to clear my inbox out that says literally 80,000 unread messages.
Goodness.
Everyone would see it and they would just be like, how? And I was like, I'm just used to it now. So I kind of did a little combination of hit read all, and then I did try to pick through ones that maybe
were more important.
Seemed important. But dude, I took it. I just took a week, and every day I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go through like.
That's impressive.
I don't know, 500 or 1,000 emails, and I was so proud. I sent screenshots to people. It said 0.
Wow. That would actually be amazing. Gosh. There should be a software. Like, honestly, if Gmail said, if you pay $100, I will clear your email notification, I would genuinely consider paying it.
Dude, I would, at that point, I probably would have paid more.
Yeah. I mean, Google, if you're listening. Call me.
A self-filtering email thing. I'm sure there's a software for that. Probably, we just don't know what it is.
Bro, legit, like
gotta be.
I'm like,
if not, then
we gotta do a Toasties pop up. Yeah. I'm also thinking about this innovation. We gotta do a Toasties pop up. we gotta figure this out.
We gotta figure out. Let's do it.
Play some vinyl.
Yeah.
Make some Toasties.
Dude,
this would be.
Don't joke.
I do not say things I don't mean.
Think people would come out?
Oh my god! It would be like you would sell out.
We could do both Toasties. We'll do the one that I did, and then the sweet potato biscuit one
with Roscoe.
With Roscoe's version.
We can bring Roscoe in too.
He'd be all about it.
That would be so elite.
Dude, we should follow up with James. I still want to buy his coffee cart.
Oh yeah, there's a chance. Me and Myers might be buying Sidetracks.
Oh, cool!
Like wedding coffee cart.
Yeah, the little pop-up cart.
Like, yeah. So
nice.
One of these days, we might do a little the very prevalent coffee scene and
spray machine on top of it.
Yeah, we think it'd be really cool to do essentially like a, you know how in LA and Austin people do like those morning DJ sets at like they like literally will play house music at places like Hero.
I didn't know this.
Yeah, it's like there's cafes in like Sydney and Austin and in like health cities. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there's declining, like people of our generation aren't drinking as much because of like health craze and all this stuff. And so then
Yeah.
the nightclub scene has been hurt by that because alcohol is usually an
People like
integral part
waking
of
up
that.
early and running. And so there'll be like a run club, morning cafe, juice cleanse, blah 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 blah. Like
With a
but in
DJ.
these cities like Austin and LA and Denver that are like super like into that kind of stuff, like Phoenix. But we kind of were thinking about maybe making it a more Birmingham version, like
cool.
popping up at like Jemison or like Railroad Park or Lakeshore Trail, like around a trail, and having like having a coffee cart and a DJ like setup where it's more like
And Toasties.
and Toasties.
And Toasties. And
Don't
a
say it.
podcast.
Don't say it if you don't mean it. Or a Hero at Railroad Park.
Yeah.
Where there's Toasties or
Dude.
something like that.
We're
vibe.
going to figure it out.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Let's do it.
Google. I genuinely kind of want to pitch that idea to Google. I don't understand like why they're not doing that.
I don't know.
I'd be surprised if something doesn't exist.
I'm really into like entrepreneur world, and so I listen to all these podcasts all the time of people starting businesses, and that idea you have is like something where we had this idea, we contacted a developer, and they made it in 90 days, and then we built it for a year and sold it to Google for like $15 million. Like that's the story that I hear all the time from little ideas like that. Because it's just like an add-on feature to Gmail.
Yeah.
To them, and it's easier for them to just go, okay, here's $20 million to like, I'll just take your thing from you, so that they don't have to develop it themselves. Anyway,
This is saying the only way to do it is just turn off notifications. That's not what I'm telling it to do.
yeah, it's
not
got
that
to be
easy.
like an email
Anyway.
cleanse thing. Anyway, we're on a tangent.
Gosh, no. Okay, so
Okay, I wanted to go through food menu. How did you come up with? Because like the Super Crunch is like one of the best things to eat in Birmingham.
oh my gosh, dude.
Dude, awesome.
Your burger
Thanks,
is
guys.
unreal, genuinely.
Yeah. Wait, what was your question?
Where did the food stuff come from? Fries,
Dude, yeah. So
you said
just
stuff you loved growing up.
yeah,
Did
just
you develop that before, like those recipes before y'all did the brick and mortar, or was that?
Oh, yeah,
like,
we did,
same
yeah.
time.
So when we were developing the menu for the first location, I'm trying to think. The original menu, it was just the egg and cheese bun with sausage or bacon. We did the Super Crunch. I don't even think we put the burger on the menu yet. I think I put the burger on like probably 3 or 4 months after we opened. And we did the kolaches, and I think that was it. And as far as like the savory menu goes, but all of it, again, like I said, touched on a little bit earlier, it's just like stuff that that just brings me joy, dude. When I think about like childhood food, and it does start with the donuts, but then all the other stuff that.
Did you envision
loved.
multiple locations like all across from the beginning? Was that the idea? What you were aiming at?
Yeah, so I wanted to, originally at that time I had like more like, for lack of better words, like chefy dreams of having some like fancy restaurant one day, but like my idea was to like, all right, I'm gonna open up something small and scale it, and then I can have like the means or capital to like open up my dream restaurant one day.
Right.
So that was kind of like how that all like that was like how my brain was like working with the trajectory of Hero. So yeah, it was always to scale it, not just to have like one location. So it needed to be simple and easily
Replicatable.
scalable.
Yeah.
Which is funny because making from scratch dough in 8 locations, and I mean we make everything from scratch pretty much. It's
challenging.
It is a massive challenge. Having one location, I mean I could do like a special donut and like dream it up in like a week before we released it and get it done.
Yeah.
But now, like, to be able to do like a Will's Pick flavor or like a sandwich special, I have to think about like, all right, I got 8 locations.
Yeah.
And I can't be at every one to train them how to do it. So
8
you have to like
locations
shoot
now.
videos, and I take pictures and have recipe card build cards and all kinds of stuff.
You have 4 in Birmingham now?
Yeah, we have 4 in Birmingham. It's going to be a 5th one in Birmingham.
Where's the 5th one open at?
Hopefully by November. It's a development called Valley Post. It's down on 280, like almost in Mount Laurel.
Oh, okay.
Like if you're going like down 280 over the hill,
Yeah.
what is that, Highland Lakes, I think?
Yeah.
And you go down, it's like right there on the left.
Okay.
Used to be like an
Sweet.
old treetop. Do you remember that little?
Yes, dude. The
little
playground.
zip line.
Dude, that's
like,
literally
place?
the playground in my backyard in my like childhood home.
Really?
Yeah. Treetop.
Yeah.
That's actually awesome.
Dude,
Yeah, right by Walmart.
Yeah.
Right by freaking Cane's.
Yeah. Ooh,
Like
yeah.
Raising Cane's is opening up down there.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah.
Wow, I hope that Raising Cane's opens up 5 locations in Birmingham too.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
I've
love that place.
I've actually never been to Raising Cane's.
Really?
I've heard it's
Can't wait to
amazing.
hear your
I mean, is it
thoughts.
I
is it
think
any
it's-
different than? So I grew up on Guthrie's.
I love Guthrie's.
Freaking love.
I think
Guthrie's.
it's the
I think
best of
it's-
all of the chicken strip places.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
Zaxby's.
Their bread and their
Fusackley's.
fries are better. I think that Guthrie's chicken is like it's pretty elite. I mean,
Yeah.
Guthrie's is like, I don't
It's
know.
comparable.
It's comparable. I
Thicker
just think-
chicken.
Dude, Cane's is better. I feel
Yeah.
like it's just undeniably better. But
I can't wait to
Guthrie's
try
is
it,
freaking
dude.
good though.
I love some fried chicken.
Yes. Okay. So and then you have 4 in Birmingham, and then did you include the 5th one in your 8th?
No, so that'll be 9.
Okay.
Yeah,
Where are
when
the
that
other
opens. So we have let's see, 2 in Atlanta, and then 1 in Montgomery, 1 in Nashville.
Oh, dude, my cousins live in Montgomery.
Oh, really?
And
do they know we're open?
yes,
it's
they
pretty
like
new.
love it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that and like Little Donkey up in
Yeah,
up
Little
there.
Donkey. Yeah, we did it. Like we're like the buildings are kind of connected.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like a-
My cousin Davis listens. What's up, Davis?
Hey, Davis.
But he's like a senior at Trinity down there, and they live out in near like I forget what it's called, Wind Lakes, like the bougie area of Montgomery, I guess.
Yeah.
Like in East Montgomery, and they like love it. It's like the first development that's ever happened downtown.
Yeah,
They're
it's
like,
pretty neat, dude. It's
Yeah.
it's like downtown, like right across from the Legacy Museum, and so like EJI,
Yeah.
who's like they-
Equal Justice Initiative.
Yep. So they really just wanted to partner with us to like they're trying to like bring more stuff down there because that's all their
Finally, dude.
all their
Montgomery's
stuff
like,
centered down there. There's nothing.
30 years late to the party of
They are, man.
the
It's-
urban center.
Ain't nothing there.
And the
There's a
downtown
gas.
is cool.
It is,
Dude, there's some cool stuff there, and it's beautiful, and it's like especially like right there by the river.
Yeah,
And
it's like the only river city in Alabama besides Florence. Florence isn't really a city, though. I guess. No hate to Florence
It's like
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a tiny town.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean Montgomery has a lot of potential. I also think Mobile has potential to be freaking cool, but they have that weird like Cajun French thing going on.
they're the original
Mardi Gras.
right?
They are.
Yeah.
And the moon pie. They should talk about that more.
Wait, the moon pie's from Montgomery?
They're
I mean,
headquartered
Mobile.
there. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yes, dude.
Did you know that the Carnleys did their branding?
I did know that. They do a
What?
dang good job
Pretty
too.
sick. I did not know that.
Yeah. Does Carly do Hero? Who did y'all's here? Or who did y'all's branding?
Lewis Communications.
Cool.
So Andrew.
Wait,
Thompson.
Thompson?
Yeah,
He did
the
Hero?
Well, he
No
did the
way.
original logo, which
Wow, yeah.
this is one of the old ones, but he
Wait,
did.
We've been trying to schedule with Andrew too.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
he's a beast. I
And
love
he
that dude.
teased him.
His fiance Hannah Ray is like one of our favorite people too. It's like Hannah Ray went to high school with me.
So I haven't met her yet.
Oh, she's
Um,
unreal.
love him to death.
When did location 2 was downtown, right?
Yeah. So that was down. Wait, no.
How long after? First?
We opened up Atlanta first.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
It was like in the middle of the pandemic, dude. That was
You're
pretty,
psycho.
well, the leases were signed before anyone knew
Man.
about the pandemic. And, then that happened, and we were like, "Oh my lord, here we go." So yeah, Atlanta opened first, and then shortly after, within the same year, we opened up downtown at Railroad Park.
Sick.
Wow.
We made it through the pandemic. I think, like speaking on the whole pandemic times, like when restaurants and how
Yeah.
terrifying it was for people. And I'm just thankful, obviously, that we made it through it. But like, I think a lot of people that kind of made it through it were the ones that were like able to do to-go food like
Yeah.
easily. And because
Yeah.
like when they, everyone had to shut their dining rooms down.
Yeah.
Like when people like 70 or 80% of your business is dine in, like
Yeah.
how do you? I don't
What
know.
do you even do? Yeah.
Yeah. But thankfully, like most of our business was to take out and to go. So
Yeah.
we got crushed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like here, I mean, I worked in the college ministry. That was my first year, and we still got dozens of donuts on Sunday mornings, like still,
Really?
even during that time. So all I'm saying is
Yeah.
I am the proof in the pudding. Yeah.
Thanks for supporting, buddy.
Yeah, man. That's crazy. My friends Jack and James, Jack Sullivan and James Cole, if you remember them, they were the 2 original bartenders at the downtown
Jack
Railroad
worked.
Park.
I think Jack worked there for like 2 weeks, so I don't know if he.
Well,
Oh,
he worked
at
there for
Hero
2
or
weeks.
Myland that was
At
before us?
Hero.
Okay, I do. I
And-
remember. Yeah.
and I think y'all were open down there for, was it 2 weeks before the pandemic or something like that?
Dude, yeah. Yeah.
Like, so that's why he only worked there for 2 weeks.
Okay,
is
I didn't know
because
that.
the pandemic happened and you were like, like it was already like kind of a new idea to have a bar service in the morning. It was a great idea. It is a great idea having that near Railroad Park down there. And then the pandemic, I don't remember exactly how it works, but they ended up leaving like pretty shortly after that whole thing happened.
And
But
no one could work, dude.
I mean-
that was like, we were just, there were days where we were like, can we even like open?
yeah,
Because there's like me and 2 other people here. Or
yeah,
whatever.
it's
like,
the strangest thing,
like
man.
you get to a point where like you don't have enough people to like
Do all of the
to
things
run a restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
unless you just serve coffee and donuts and have to get kind of creative with it. So
it's really cool. The last thing that I want to talk about as we continue to like explore your whole like journey with Hero is, at what point along the way did you and Nick, or I guess Nick, I don't know exactly how it worked, decide to make the restaurant group? And like, I guess Hero, because he was like a partner in it to begin with, was just like assumed to be part of the Packus Restaurant Group whenever it started. Or what was that like?
So when I partnered with Nick, it was Fresh Hospitality at the time, which it was the restaurant group that he was a part of. Let's see, Big Bad Breakfast is a part of it.
Jim and Nick's.
Jim and Nick's was they got bought out.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
I can't remember by who, but anyway, but yeah, at the time it was Fresh Hospitality. So yeah, it was me, Little Donkey, at the time, Big Bad, and any other restaurants did the other half of Fresh Hospitality had, which was like Martin's Barbecue, but that was before Martin's Barbecue was here.
Yeah.
Biscuit Love in Nashville. So then Nick just wanted to branch off, and I don't know why. What was a catalyst to that on his part, but
We'll
he wanted
ask
to branch. Yeah, what's that? Nick, you're next on the podcast, buddy. So yeah, then he started his own. He branched away from Fresh and Big Bad and all that, and then at that time it was still just Hero and Little Donkey and actually Rodney Scott's Barbecue.
Yeah.
So,
wow.
but it's been, dude. Yeah, people ask me like, if you could do it over again, would you have done it like differently? And honestly, no. Like, and there's always like with any kind of partnership or relationship, there's going to be like people like button heads and like whatever.
Sure.
But at the end of the day, like you have this like amazing support system.
Yeah.
And like if I would have done it by myself or someone that had
You'd
less
be the
knowledge,
executive sous chef at Weston right
I
now.
would. Yeah.
Is Jason still around and involved?
No, he's not. Nope. He's like heavily involved in his photography. That dude is like the most talented guy. Like he just picks up learns a new like thing and just like perfects it. Like
so
when I
cool.
met him, he was like one of the OG like photographers in town that was kind of like getting out there and doing things other than just weddings. And then he's doing videos and movies and commercials, that whole thing. So I think he's at Food and Wine doing cooking videos and shoots for them. But
That's sick.
Yeah, he's good. We still keep in touch.
Yeah.
Food and Wine, also just a pipeline of
Oh my God,
people in Birmingham.
dude. Yeah.
The new Homewood store, the build out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk to us about
Oh,
that
yeah.
because that
Very
was
awesome.
like that in Luca being built. I mean, the old location in Homewood was amazing, but I was like stunned when I walked into the new location.
Yeah, I remember
like,
before
it blew
they
my mind.
before they painted the I guess like the new logo, the arch logo on it. I like drove by it and I was like, "What the heck is that?" Like, because it's so like it's just so it's so cool. It's so nice.
Yeah, dude.
And whenever it was a Hero, I was like, "Oh my gosh, no way. Like it was like, I don't know. It was a crazy experience. It's just like a consumer, like as the person designing it and stuff, you had like when you got those renderings back, you had to be like,
oh yeah, but
no
also
way. Like,
seeing
poop
it,
your pants.
seeing it in the flesh, like too, like I was still just like, oh my god, dude, this is like. I mean, you
Insane.
see it like digitally and like whatever, but seeing it fleshed out, like it was so cool. Like
Oh
to
my
actually
gosh.
see it. Yeah, it was. I mean, it was bittersweet leaving the OG spot.
Yeah.
That we just outgrew it, and
Yeah.
we get people, believe it or not, they're like, man, I wish y'all were still in the other spot. The building's nice, but we like the other spot better. And I'm like, well,
You're 1,500 feet away. You can.
and yeah, some of them are like, dude, y'all are not right across the street from us anymore. And I'm like, but
You're like, that's crazy.
It's not much further
not
up
that
the
I
much
don't
road.
remember
farther.
asking.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, dude, I mean, a lot of memories in that spot, but like we just outgrew it.
Yeah.
Parking was a nightmare.
Oh yeah.
Because there's like 3 parking spots in front.
Dude,
Well, parking wasn't a nightmare, but by Birmingham standards, parking was a nightmare.
Yes.
If you had to walk more than 3 feet.
Yeah.
I mean, people figured it out. Yeah, you just park
You
on the
just
side of the street
park
somewhere or
down
down to OLS or
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like parallel parking for 48 miles around there. But
Yeah.
people are just like, parking sucks.
Yeah.
Dude, it would be so we'd like just working in the bakery or the kitchen there, you could just see out the big window and just to see be able to fly on the wall and see the amount of chaos of people
Yeah.
trying to do 18
Back
point
out.
turns,
While
getting in
someone
and
else.
out.
I
And we used to,
remember, man.
dude, we used to not have those planners up there.
Yeah.
We put the planners there because people would park like I have a video that I like of us trying to open the door. I still have it saved. We couldn't get out the front door
No
because someone's
way.
bumper was so close to like people would just
That's
like
crazy.
Just do it was like dude, it was chaos.
People just
Dude,
make
it's
parking
wild to me.
spaces.
When you sit in Cala in the right place in their Cahaba Heights location, you can see people pull into the handicap spot because Cala's parking's terrible.
yeah.
And dude, some non-handicap people like pull in all the time, and
Yeah.
that is probably the hardest it is in my life not to judge.
I do.
Like-
Dude, I'm with you.
I'm like, bro, like I want to go up and confront. The only time that I've ever really been confronted about parking in my whole life was I parked in the handicap spot at my pool that I was a lifeguard at to come just run in real quick and grab my check. I was like 16, maybe not even 16 years old. But no, I had to be 16 because I was driving. And I just ran in to grab my check, and then I saw my friend, so I just like sat down and talked to him for a second. And Darlene Phillips, what's her name? This like old lady in my hometown. She came up and literally chewed me out because she like worked with like handicapped people, and it literally like, she took it very personally.
Yeah.
And to that day, every single time I've ever even considered doing that, I just think about Darlene ripping me off, and I'm like, oh, I wish Darlene was here in Cala right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Darlene, come here. I need your help.
Darlene,
Oh, Darlene. Yeah,
gonna go
that
to
parking lot is chaotic too.
it is
Good for them though. I mean,
Yeah,
dude,
I park a mile away whenever I go to Cala now. I'm
Yeah.
like not even trying to do that parking lot. It's kind of crazy.
No.
But-
It's not.
Will,
worth it.
what's the dream now?
Yeah, that's our last question, man.
What's the
future?
dream?
Yeah.
Dude?
I mean, you're crushing. Location 9 on the way.
Yeah, people think I'm crushing. I mean, it's still, dude, it's still just, I'm thankful for where I'm at, but like, it's still, dude, it's chaos. In a, I don't want to say it's chaos, but it's still the restaurant business. It's crazy. You still deal with just the ups and downs of the economy and people spending, and so it's always a constant adjustment. Which that side of it is why I think I'm drawn to it, because I don't like to be stagnant. I can't sit. I'm not a sit still kind of person.
Yeah.
And so I like change, and learning to adjust with different variables or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's still challenging, but it's crazy that we have number 9 coming down. Is that the pipeline? What I say? October? No, we get keys in
November.
October. Supposed to open in November.
Let's go.
Crazy.
And then, dude, just really just trying to focus on the stores we have now and making sure they're as healthy as they can be, and hopefully start signing leases again and just grow it, and then just sell that little SOB. And just
Okay, I have 2 questions. One. What's your favorite store?
Favorite store?
Yeah.
I mean, well, it's got to be okay. I mean, it's got to be Homewood, I think. Sorry,
The flagship.
Sorry for the other stores that are listening. I love them all, but I mean, that's the.
It's your little baby.
It's my baby, man. And it's close to where I always like when I'm making my rounds to all the stores like in town. Like, we live over in West Homewood, so I always pop into Homewood first, and then I'll like mosey on downtown, and then maybe that's it for the day. And then another day I'll go to like do the Hoover and Trustville route. But yeah, Homewood, I don't know, dude. It's just like, I don't know. It's like, it's always going to have that little special place in my heart. As far, and also, I don't know. I just think that it's the one that I think I noticed the most amount of like regulars coming. And we have regulars in all our locations, but you know, it's cool to see. Like the coolest thing to see in your own restaurant to me is to see like the consistent like mom and her son or dad and his daughter. That's like they're there every Saturday morning. It's like,
that's cool.
It's cool. And that was like me and my dad saying like Sunday nights going to Krispy Kreme.
Yeah.
So seeing other families kind of start those little generational little memories in our four walls is cool as shit to see.
What do y'all think, or what do you think is like the biggest difference between? I'll lump Homewood and Railroad Park into one here, like the central part of downtown versus the suburbs shops, like
Trustville and Hoover.
Trustville, Hoover, like Chelsea or not. I don't know what you call that area down there, like the 280 land.
Yeah.
What do you think is there any differences in those places? Because I feel like, you know, Railroad Park and Homewood opened up pretty quickly, and then the Trustville was the third one, I think, and then now like Hoover
in Birmingham, Trustville is the third one.
And then they I don't know about the national one, but the Atlanta one's like kind of like downtown as well, right?
Yeah. So we have one in Peachtree City.
Let's go.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
And it's either Fayetteville or Peachtree City. It's like right there on the cusp. In Trilith, which is like a little development from Dan Cathy.
Oh wow,
Chick-fil-A boy.
Come on.
It's a really cool spot. But then, so I'd still call that Atlanta, but it's not really Atlanta proper.
Gotcha.
But the one that's Atlanta proper is on George Avenue in Summerhill.
Okay. That's the one that I've
love
seen.
that spot. Yeah.
And then I think I actually saw the one in Nashville too. The one in Nashville's like, is it in like South Nashville?
It's in, I think it's west.
Or West Nashville?
So it's in Houston, Wedgwood area. There's like a lot of.
Oh wait, no, I did, because it's beside Sump, the coffee place.
It's close. No. So the one in Sylvan Heights was by Sump.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Because I saw a sign whenever I was at Sump like a year ago or something like that. Whenever we went.
Maybe that's west too. Dude, my geography
I don't know Nashville that well.
Area
I'm a
is
Nashville hater.
awful. I like Nashville. I like visiting it. I could never
love
live there.
living in Birmingham. Yeah.
Love living in Birmingham. But dude, yes, as far as like, you know, as far as like growth, like we're still trying to figure out the ideal like spot for a hero. Like, is it a neighborhood like Homewood? Is it urban, like Railroad Park or Atlanta? Is it a combination of the two? I will say I don't think it's the Trustvilles. Not knocking Trustville people, but that one's been a tough one.
Really?
Just being straight up.
I have a friend who's working
transparent
there.
with y'all, huh?
Eli Wally.
Eli?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you know him?
I do.
He is like my high school best friend.
Okay.
And he lives in Trustville now and works, or was working for Hero.
I think he I don't know if he still works.
Yeah.
But I remember Eli. Yeah, dude.
Dude,
Shout out Eli.
legend. Is that the guy that came to your bachelor trip?
No, that was Mason.
Oh, Mason. Shout out Mason too.
I don't know if you've met
Eli
him.
and Mason.
Oh.
It's a cool store. Trustville's a tough crowd.
Do they just like not come, or like they're just jerks when they come?
No, it's not even that. It's just, initially some of them were jerks. Like the people who knew us and knew Hero, like of course they understood Hero. Like, but then you have the people that come in and they're like $3 for a donut. I can go right down to Dunkin' and Krispy Kreme, and I'm like, you can, and it's. I promise you, we're not trying to like rip you off. Like,
welcome to go do that.
So you know, I don't. I know not everyone's going to get what we do.
Sure.
I feel like there's more of them in Trustville that maybe not get it because you know we're right beside a Sonic, so there's times where there'll be a line wrapped around Sonic,
and
there's
crickets.
like 2-3 people in Hero and or in the drive-through. But they're very value oriented. A lot of them out there. So if I could charge $1.50 for a donut, I 100% would do it.
Yeah.
But we just can't.
Sure.
Dude, we spend so much time making the dough and the process, and there's labor. There's
That's why the donuts
raw
are better.
materials. Yeah, I mean, I think so. But that's also a good reminder too on our part. Like, it's about
Demographics in the area.
demographics and also telling the story. Like, I can't expect every person to come into Hero to know that we make our dough from scratch, or that we actually make our pickles for the sandwiches, or our hash browns. They're not tater tots. We actually make them from a shredded potato, and so you can't tell everybody that coming to the door, but it's still trying to figure out that happy medium. Like, we're a scratch made business.
Yeah.
We look like a fast food business, but we're still scratch made.
It's kind of an upscale diner vibe.
It's
diner,
definitely a
kinda.
diner, dude. I mean, and you think of it other than the hours. I mean, we're not open like 24/7 or whatever, but we have a little bit of everything on the menu.
Yeah.
Like our I guess a diner has pies, but our pies are our donuts.
Yeah.
I have whenever I've worked at in North Carolina, I worked at this coffee shop called Black and White. That's listeners have heard me talk about this all the time. It's really annoying, but it's like nationally recognized. It was started by 2 U.S. barista champions, and I was a part of their third or fourth, I can't remember, cafe they opened up in the Raleigh-Durham area. And the downtown one,
How's your latte art game?
pretty rough right now because I haven't done it in a while. But like whenever I was dialed,
at his peak,
I was
he
like-
was really good.
working there, you just like, you have access to like, everyone there is so good at everything.
Yeah.
And they're so approachable. Like, that was the coolest part about it. No one was pretentious. Kyle, the guy, one of the owners, he was so smart. He was kind of hard to like get on the same speed as, but he wasn't pretentious at all.
That's awesome.
But it was very approachable. But anyways, it was so funny. Like, we had the same exact experience. Like, we would have guys like come from all over the world, and they would go to the downtown Raleigh location. They were so excited to go try coffee, and then every once in a while we would get that in Roseville, like the little suburb that we were in, and we were in a development, and people would come in, and they would get so mad that our coffee wasn't dark enough, and they would get so upset. Like, our drip was like $2.25, and then it was like $3 for single origin. They couldn't understand.
They just wanted it dark and cheap, right?
Dark and cheap, yeah.
Like,
they didn't even understand. Like, someone would come in and make fun of the fact that there was a coffee shop, and I was like, "You're literally here right now. Like, this is a good idea."
It was a
like,
weird spot because it was in like a strip mall, and it was
Yeah.
next to like a FedEx store or something.
and there was like an area that they were about to develop across the street. They were like going to develop across the street forever, and they never did.
Oh.
Like, there was like this whole thing, but blah blah blah. The reason I'm saying that is because I feel like I relate with the Trussell thing. I feel like a similar thing's happening in Trussell right now, where there's visionaries up there who like have deep pockets, like, from what I can tell, because a lot of stuff opens up there.
Yeah.
But I mean, I grew up in Gardendale, and when I was in high school, Trussell was like our rival high school, and I knew a lot of people up there. And this is gonna really probably ruffle some feathers, but as much as they think they're different than Gardendale, I really don't think Trussell's that like. I think it's just full of a bunch of like suburban Alabama suburban, like Friday Night Lights, like Alabama football, Auburn football type people. So it doesn't really surprise me as much. But I do think one day, what's happening in Atlanta with all the suburbs, where like they're all freaking cool now, they're like almost little micro cities. I think the same sort of thing's gonna happen in Birmingham one day. Like what's happening
For sure.
in Hoover.
Yeah.
Is that where your location is? Over there by the Met?
Yeah, it's right. Trace Crossings.
I never go over there, but my aunt and uncle live over there, and they like have no reason to leave because everything's just like
You
right
have
there.
everything you need over there.
And it's cool too. Like,
Yeah.
like I wouldn't be surprised if like June opened up over there one day,
Yeah.
or like something like that, or Cala, like
They need
actually,
like a
good coffee.
yeah.
No hate to O'Henry's, but there's O'Henry's over there. But anyways, I think that Trussell might have just jumped the gun a little too early because.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
I mean,
There's
the
actually
growth
cool
is
people
happening
out there,
out there for sure, but
It takes time.
It does take
Yeah.
time. I mean, a lot of it was centered too around the like the Ferris Brewery.
Yeah. Ferris, I forgot about that.
And I think it seems like that area's popping off. Like I always drive past and there's like a ton of people over there.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think we're way ahead, but I think eventually it'll.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Get there.
Today I learned, in the podcast on this very positive note, but I don't know what article it was, but Cole Edens read an article this past week that for young professionals graduating college, top 4 cities in America to move to based on these metrics, or 3 metrics: things to do, job opportunities, cost of living. Yeah, Raleigh, Durham, Austin, Texas, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Birmingham, Alabama.
Birmingham.
That's the
Let's
first time
go.
I've ever seen Birmingham on a YoPro list, and I feel like it's kind of true. I feel like it's a pretty good vibe. There's a lot of stuff going on. It's undeniably cool.
It's cool that you just said that. I love that. I had no idea. Also, I don't know. I feel like Birmingham's like a little secret.
Yeah. I would hate
which I love
if it ever became like trendy.
I know. I hope it doesn't lose it. But
Yeah. I need to move. I mean, even right now, I live in Crestwood, and it makes me so mad how long it takes to get to downtown. It's just like 5 minutes. I need to, if traffic starts happening, it's going to be like 10.
Yeah.
I'm going to give up my head off.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Anyways, we'll talk about this whenever off air. But guys, literally, thanks for listening. If you've made it this far, we haven't done a 2-hour episode in a while, but I've kind of loved every moment of it.
2 hours?
Yeah.
Daggum.
I know, man.
Thanks for your time, Will.
Yeah.
Dude, thank y'all for having me. This is a blast.
Yeah.
Will,
Dude,
thank you so much for
any plugs. Obviously, go to Hero.
Go to Hero.
What's
I
your
don't know,
socials?
when this is going to be released, but yeah.
It'll be
check
next
out
Friday.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang, y'all were quick. I love that. Come see us. Social media, eatithero.com or at eatithero.
One of those.
What else? We got
I'll
a bunch
put it
of
in the
pop-ups coming up in September.
Cool.
So check our website out.
Keep an eye out for Toasties.
Yeah,
and
there's also going to be
vinyl
like a
and
vinyl and
coffee.
Toasties.
Yeah, we're
coming
gonna
up
bring the
soon.
Toasty back. Yeah, let's go, Toasty.
I love it. Cool. Well, thanks so much for being on, man.
Thank y'all
Love what you're
again.
doing. It's an
Yeah.
honor to talk. Cheers. Thanks, Wom.
Nice.
That was good, man.
Was that good?
That was fantastic.
Damn, I feel like